Kuntumpo the first, he's there. You know, evangelist, bishop, Asoresikakwana Miria, they are there. You know, they don't do nothing for you. We have no water, we have no light. Look, a small road they're building, they can't do it. From Accra to Kumasi should be a 4-lane highway. And I'll build it, because I know how to build it.
Bravo ne kan yo say ensem Paulo mo na frana ku upe ensem eko twiko bata atie dia ene unua tie Unity Radio Worcester United States of America.
Wow, talk to that. My son, nobody say my was so na mo fit one ma ba bet na. Oh, talk to me here dey. I say man about so na mo dia. Also man bo aso man so David any mo so dey ma to. Yo kan ko. Ani me ko. O po so mo me show. Me ko. So na me tiom. What be tia dey be mu. What na tie ntia mo mo di mama. E mo we di mo di mama. Yo mo ye ni so di e ba mo. Ye ni so di e ba mo. What ti blu.
Mam eba say
me ko toilet ne so bla ye toilet bia ne kurom ha say ana me se me ko toilet ne so me dura na blaze su ne bia me koto pa ho no so da kan ha wona ye adan sa toilet de bia ne me ma koto so na be ma se su ni mo toilet kurom ha say kro kaka kan nyina toilet ene e fan ya wo hoyi ma ne me nyina ne toilet ba ko so me koto ya no so ba koto me nchen adan nchen na ye sa e ta me ne ko sa toilet ko no
de je say me ko toilet so me so afo so de me eba sa me so menya dai o so me so tranche na me so me ne na me ko tonje on no wu afusi ade ma ba ton ton so me so me dai me ba so ton se ba ko be mi nyina mi ningum ho ntimi ningum sa o ko to so ba no esi nchan so ko te se abrim pia so ani
na se eduru bebe e me ma no mo hyeda e na mo hu se ma na ekwa na mo koso bi ana
dabi ebu ha o enza to tele se to de bia e kef du bu kef na o ba ni so na to o so to te de ntimi ni ngo ho na o se de o ko du bie
obi a toilet de wo de na wa de koso na se toilet ne do
toilet de me ko akọ ne ya o ya kef toilet de ye si bia ye bu de kef ni atare nchen sei ndu bu kef na o ba ne sisi we
na se mo kre mba ne ha bo
e ma ne ha ye what is your toilet so si ba ko pe e fa ni nkwankwa ne o ba ko no ba si so no me me si so what is ndi toilet de enyu mu nkwa de enyina enyu mu nya ni abom ko bi se besie abana ntima mesi bia ma enum manni sa
ana da ho no empanfo se enipa da sane hu donti ana boa kama di na chi kwa abeso na nyansanfuo se yensem pa na abese wutie dia ene Worcester bonte so ha onua ya sanse Unity Radio ho ana nsem no hwegu
the world greatest philosopher the walking encyclopedia Elizato drop the fire.
If you didn't marry the girl you spoiled, you will definitely marry the one another man spoiled. Remember, Romans chapter 6 verse 2 says, God will repay each person according to what they have done. I have never seen a handsome mathematics teacher before. They all look like quadratic equations. Even if sense and wisdom is falling like rain, African leaders will still use umbrella. By the time you buy a car, they will be wanting those with private jets. My brother, you can never satisfy women. Girls used to stay at home and cook like their mothers. Nowadays, they stay outside and drink like their fathers. No woman can control me. No woman can control me. But once she says, go and lock the door, you fly like a bird. When your man is angry and shouting at you, just take off your clothes. Men don't argue with naked ladies. Once a girl enters your room and see plasma TV, decoder, laptop, fridge, AC, microwave, and food stuffs, my brother, believe me, a serious relationship has just started. A man can be in UK and not okay. He can live in US and still be useless. All good things come from above, not abroad. When you start behaving like ECG in a relationship, don't complain when your partner finds a generator. A jealous demon may appear as a supportive angel. An open enemy is better than a false friend. Some black women think having a big ass is a career. Beyonce's net worth is $850 million with 22 Grammys and over 100 million album sales. And still forgive Jay-Z when he cheats. And you with only 2 panties won't make us rest. I think it is time for us to start dating by qualification. We cannot have a degree and get heartbreak from an ordinary SSC holder. It's highly unacceptable. My brother, relax. That girl you are begging to accept you is also begging another guy not to leave her. We are all beggars. Thank you very much, my brother Ricky.
Bravo ne kaya yemwa se pimpim de he ase kyerɛ sɛn mumu so da ya ehye ne tirim mumu tirim asɛm Unity Radio nkoa ne enim Unity Radio ya giba bia boso Ghana way yedin panam enkabomu ye enu nti ubetie Unity Radio eye enkabomu nkoa empanifo kan awomwo o se aboa enwa wo hwe ne ho so yi a ye fra no wotope no kratrodo no wa opoku jemfi wa bin adwumam wanyi aba beye otope
asampayetia obanyansa foso wo munye wonka na asam
akasa Unity Radio yabane yaba ba yawa Bravo ne kayo sa ensem polo mo na frana ku ba ensem ko chukwu bata atietia ene uni tie Unity Radio United States of America
Ponson wanini pa asade pa wo fe oye yamo yembera ye abeya efuyana amaya woman
we miss you million times, and we wish you were here with us, of course, to take your seats. Nana Kofi Berima Brimpo Asabre. Here you are with us on Facebook. Nana Pomti saying, and of course, everyone to a cheer for him say, Yami Adma, Memenda Ben, Nana Sabre to the Bedi Wagana, and Tisoya, Wustan in our Ghana, out here, especially Kumasiano Foro, my friend Nana Sabre, Namukujana, and Yafe. My baby, every anywhere, come on, baby, my baby, free anywhere. Kofi, why you back at yourself in democracy? So one casa condition moi, you are traitor to the nation. And as we are the forefront God has given us, of course, we are here to do justice to what we have on our desk, politically, sportingly, economically, socially, what have you. My infant Chemo Dema Mami Aba Nkuma Papa Pantangana Government Hospital. Naj Nessa Jumo Waji Worcester Bebia Boso. My engineer about Dora, Sister Dora, Menone Kwasari wa Basre, Apum Tisano Pay. Mencha me sofo, Reverend Nana Ousu Bembel. My engineer Mami Agnes Buafu, ma Pum Tisay. Also, opponents and Mitino radios into one chamajas out. We have Facebook for no one archer, ma Agnes Bacho, Machawa no pay.
And suppose so, Munia one can asam. They mouth to some cacre was supreme.
Elizato anomne coffee into Atanasi Elizato Akwaba. They say I said the Elizato as I can do.
What's with this song? I have to learn 1001
proverbs. So these are proverbs. Sir, I don't know.
Idiomatic expressions.
Sayings, right?
But yeah, they are proverbs. But I mean, wise sayings. We call them wise sayings. And
wise
some of them are not manufactured, but they make perfect sense.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, they make perfect sense.
I went home yesterday and I listened. I'm not for texting me. I sent it to a couple of people.
Yes.
Now, Oshe ne contest now.
Yes.
Or see, even if, baby, I can't na Mr. Christ say, even if.
Yes.
Even if wisdom and
sense and wisdom were
raining.
Yes. African leaders will still have umbrellas over their heads.
Use umbrellas
over their heads.
Just say I'm kata umutiriso.
Say come imagine.
Say nyansa ni ndia no mra no mfa mum wan mind there.
Their brains will be protected from it, so they will not get it. I mean, it's a deep lying insult, but it's sometimes leaves us to baffle.
Mami Abasi a friend of wise sayings.
Yes, wise sayings.
Wise sayings.
Yeah. Some manufactured by himself, but they are very, very wise sayings. I mean, they're touching me. You can live in UK and not be okay. You can live in US and be useless.
Yeah.
Life is where you are and how you make it life is how you make it. It's not dependent on your locations. All the legitimate say conditions here allow people to really run faster than they want to.
You need a springboard.
Exactly. Conditions here has a bit of springboard for those who want to access it. But back home there, because how do you tell a young man to where you take onye juman you say he is not being smart? People can be entrepreneurs. It's not Ghana entrepreneurship now. How do you start? Going to sit at KJT to sell TV remotes to people makes you an entrepreneur. You only a buyer and a seller. Well, what can develop into entrepreneurship? In the end of the day, most of the things you crave for, they are not there. I mean, decent job, decent accommodation, good water, now there. Every individual, a day. Be a quota, contributing to quota, and can be very, very possible. I won't sit here and say it is impossible, because I listened to one man yesterday, he said something very pertinent. Interesting, the youth are telling our old men and fathers to face the country, forgetting that their
children.
Yes, they
not refer to CRI and Child Rights International.
Yeah, he said young Ghana for people between the ages of 16 to 40.
I mean, maybe he was making reference to what we do here, Chenny Jonas and other people, and then face the country.
Yeah, generally they face the country tag or cliche in Ekosono. We are telling men who are old enough to be our grandfathers to face the country for us, but it's not easy.
Maybe okay, anyway, except the president is old, but the other people around the president.
Oh, they are fathers. Yeah, no, but people in power, our fathers and old men. I know you seen most of our fathers.
No, I understand, but what I'm saying is,
to say grandfathers. Not too young. I mean, people in
so many are so many.
But generally, Africa, most of our leaders are old.
Ghana crowd Masa Ghana Kufadu Abayi crowd use me. I want to use Ghana as a perspective. Share from perspective of Ghana. Ghana yempeni Nanado and Enyini. Apart from Nanado, you see many current ministers called the buyer.
You see, but the point is,
Osafo is no longer a minister.
No, but
Mensah
your advisor, Onyakola, he's a father.
Father, somebody father.
Yeah.
No,
what fathers mean? They are like most people with authority or more control. Unless you want to tell me,
no, say power.
Because say on your politics. Why? Because bulldog now. He finally say on your politics because to be a politician at his age, you have to be a sycophant. Most of youth in ministerial position.
That's what I want us to say.
Yes, but it's
yes. And campaign for no kokra lead Ghana and Ghana crazy as you imagine crying kokra. But the current even the current administration control Pong Kruma and the likes. Hamid Mustafa Moni. I mean.
Nobody I know, but you see,
Hamid will be in maybe late 40s or 50, early 50s.
Exactly. So they are like maybe because you are now old, but it will be in about 25, 28. No, can't face the country. A 52-year-old man is your father. It's technically your father. Until you should hold the mantle. And the point is, the more some people say in Ghana, politics. Why? Because if you as much as they've been given a position, they should still be sycophants. At the end of the day, I don't want to use the word puppet master and I say puppet control, but they are still being controlled from somewhere. It's easy. Our kind of politics, no, people don't have that fair chance.
I don't agree because why I don't agree is
yes. Everybody should record is doing
No, I was reading okay Peter Mewu.
Yes.
Okay Peter Mewu story no the banana no. Senka even led to him alone anka buy be about pam civil servants ni na no mfa.
Oh yes.
Yes. You know sometimes you blame more which we have and we have to. But I think say to say we can't watch and so any other ministers other ministers
yes.
Because the government or the president appoints them. I to say Mahama Tisusa.
Yes.
Into Omudi Sabin Kwasa, some cry near Eden. Into Okuja to a blackwa. Mamma used to say a case in a point.
Yes.
What is a good car to call through in the idea. And a year, a man, unsa basa, he paints a picture of living flamboyant life.
And opulence.
Yeah. And now, Senko for Omudi. Mahama didn't ask him to do that. Sometimes someone excavators here a year. You see, you take conversation now. Or see, refugees party here, party for the chairman Freddie Blay Sometimes some of the things don't happen without even the knowledge of the president, but also because officer and the party, so he has to protect. Exactly. I agree with you, sir. Control, but some of them they do it because themselves.
Some of the youth. But that make so we should take their destinies into our own hands and stop, because that is the line of conversation that Buhari now say face now we'll try to turn Buhari now when about 30 years take the destiny into your own hands and make sure that say Buhari I'm fixing Nigeria until you don't have any reason to also fix yourself. You see, that's the ending part nowadays, but say we should sometimes take the fight to ourselves and fix ourselves, because sitting down and always blaming our leaders, where you even came in with always sitting down, the easier way out is to blame our leaders.
Okay, Rollins, before Rollins, may he so rest in peace. Time power no so kuta I say Felix Kwachi koto nine.
Yeah, about $3 million
cash.
2 houses.
Cash. Cash.
Yeah.
Where did he get that money?
Exactly.
Buying for 8 years. And yeah, Japadia unya no. But free so crano. What's able to buy $3 million?
It's unheard of. I mean, yes, politics.
Some of
politics the easier way out.
But then it comes back to Mahama. Not just a Mahama buying corrupt.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Exactly.
So sometimes ministers no more person no more. Even though we say me problem with the presidency, he say when such things come to their notice and they don't take action. Not just because
we are.
So now you are not only a drunkard.
Yeah.
Now excavators yaba. Now we see. Unti adiana about you about sarando be about TV radio now I don't have evidence. I don't have. Then people begin to not just say adiana ekosu ni na uka hubi.
Exactly. So my synopsis na ka me chama yenina say virtually no sanity say we find an easier way out to blame our leaders and some old men in power say I'm gonna fix it because sometimes we share krobia ya bush picture be a bank of watcher quality bush now we share there are trees around them. What should do it yourself near there? How can you stay in the forest and kids are using blocks to as shares? Now we complain say a chrono you should cry a team says it is good because so much taxes and they promise and they are supposed to deliver. But it doesn't only end in Akufa do 10 cry now take crash one hour say quality blog is sunti. You see where sometimes I also have that one with you that sometimes your attitude count saying she say crash away this village I buy in Bomo but more youth na ko jutwen bia abeye improvise tables and chairs and kwala ni use this there. I think they will be under the radar and microscope. You will discuss them. So because the easier way out for Ghanaians is to blame leadership, and most of these are old men and our fathers. But yes, youth, we need to take it upon ourselves that at the end of the day, they might even be no more. I said, upon Shona de Biano, we took Rosuna who came here, and I said, Papana, always can wash many idea. Your father will be no more. Coming generations will come and see you as a useless person. And will you still be using your father as a KBS? And I said, yeah,
but I think we look at it from. I agree with you. And the Canada Japan issue be news be making no address. Canada Japan say NDC MPP are all bogus. He's at it again. Yeah, was see MPP and NDC are all bogus.
I think Omutimi are there because they know we don't have any. When people don't have options, people always tend to.
I think it was Brabwatch.
Yes.
Of on another last caller no. No. It was my osmosis. Mister Nibi of Madame Fopan. Osmosis free. And I know what say. Said ya wukanya say when himself we kwa on the beba we kwa on the beba nti omo ko position na omo hu Ghana yare ba omo ba na omo nka ya dru ya de ma yare na betimi akio.
Yeah. So, but you see, my problem with some of these utterances from Kennedy too is that it's as good as saying I'm disappointed in my MPP, but the easier way is to bring the NDC back going because why people say that to go on, might remind the messenger too because NDC did not do a lot of we make up policies about and maybe controversies and also corruption issues and NDC and bars branding and you see, so the hope for MPP was huge. people voted for MPP believing that they will come and effect the change or a bit of change that they are looking for. But it looks like they lost that fight because you see, NDC needs to be NDC and MPP. Say, he feels insulted because Ojun said
who feels
NDC, you know. Ojun said, why do you say we are all the same? We are not the same. We are better than them. You see, sir, because at the end of the day, MPP, we say anybody who says MPP and NDC, oh, he's a disappointed MPP person. In that regard, why? Because there were high hopes for MPP to really come and at least resuscitate a dying man. But it looks like they also came, yes, press chest, but they couldn't get any life out of the person, which is sometimes a bit painful. Because if on a Kanban, I don't think you would have said this in 2016. That NDC people,
yes, Canada, Japan. Now one thing, all you now member.
All come because they wanted the power. I agree that sometimes a self-realization. When people will be on my saying enemy, I don't believe in that. But one can say, for me, I'm disappointed. Oh, he says he's disappointed. Okay, then let's talk about solutions. Oh, then it makes the conversation very beautiful. But the reality is what some of us have been speaking for a long time. That's easy. And they don't give us glimmer of hope. And can you see in little child Ghana be remember when we had 137, some of us sat in here to say that I think we are getting there. We are breaking it. We expect issues to be taken to Parliament and be fought vigorously. But it looks like a now could be a one-man fight. This whole idea
is now Kennedy said he feels disappointed, which is why he's saying that.
Exactly.
Kennedy,
but which is good. They don't be disappointed, but they won't talk. Kennedy, why? Sometimes I respect him.
Kennedy has always been speaking,
been frank.
Yeah,
he's not always been candid. But I think sometimes,
yes, party. Exactly. Sometimes he would defend his party.
Yes. But because people also say Fivana or send your canon, they 100 million electrification contractor with little to no experience. I think people spoke about it.
Yeah.
You know, if he has a man of integrity,
justified.
But if he's a man of integrity and the truth that he speaks all the time, he should not go for it. I saw Oman you say like because your wife
has a conversation.
No, because technically she might not be qualified. So
she might not prove that she's not.
Some of us say that 100 million contract in Ghana at that level. See who will CV. We tell me more. Workload, work done. Before your technical qualification, before Ghana, not mere consultancy, even at Twitter roads, consultancy, but $100 million project, Ghana, you have to show a level of experience.
No, experience in a day.
It's not why year in the past, starting from somewhere.
But how sometimes we have to make it beautiful. Sometimes we have to make arguments. And then prove. Say, okay, Canada, Japan, say, she's not qualified.
Yes.
But Kennedy, I listened to Kennedy on that.
I knew people said the wife did not deserve it.
Wow, was in the year qualify. Wow, she's in the year deserve. For BB a bachelor's and the year qualify and the year. Me, you know what I was expecting to hear, and they say, it be a one, a buying sika. A Ghana sika kudim. Two, it be the contract has been bloated to favor the person. So because a Canada Japan year contract was supposed to be a 50 million and the man 100 million. Because now crowd say now we can about you are talking about say the contract in the movie. The ministry have experts, civil service.
Exactly.
Exactly. I can be given a contract as a party man. What I say, but a Juman for experts, engineers and people to work in supervisory from the ministry
to certify it done.
To me, no pen angle say, okay, the Juma Manucho because Unity Radio.
Yes.
That's a Unity Radio contractor. Bana me feel so Manu no I think say the wa brain odi. It's Manucho bre. Mami give you contract we Emanu non koya. One, people can talk. I don't know the contract man on any year judgment and just yen change. But maybe me situation is
should not lower the level of quality of work. And here one angle what you say your
quality of work and two.
Yeah.
Said the contract men kase. Manucho me chochoro mucho no Unity Radio. And now can Unity Radio party enti contracting a 50 million. Enti mamenya 100 million so that a benefit anasa me so majimi di edium. You see me those are the things. One say vaccine yasema na ye can't say now you say no. And your vaccine na Ghana koto e nana a hadwion. But because of sika Ghana sika shame. Airport asema ye kan ye company na obi aformo say 3 months company no na hamion. But say Ghana intia Ghana na principal party here because obi be call omani my Ghana ntino oko na yakoti company na $150 no company na nyamu sen 140 Ghana no ntia onipa ne be visit no na Ghana enya $10 $100 $10 sorry $10 that is where my interest comes, and I just say, "Oh, Sisi Ghana."
Exactly.
And to me, I'll be more interested to hear, say, "Okay, Kennedy year contract, it was bloated because it maybe not man focus as Ghana. I want to be interested war." What my point in
I agree.
That's a Ghana losing money.
Yeah, that's the interest. I agree. It's an angle, but me so as an engineer, I don't look at that part. Me from an NCB, national competitive bidding. How do we grow other companies? Scrum as in your level of, it may be any level of competence here. See, I be a bridge. I say, I choose A1 class 1 contractors. Let's say with experience over the moment, or more experience by 30 years, or my year be Alabama, my year be Nebraska. They will be given this contract because we know their level expertise. Difficult. That's what you look at. You want to grow every company. Obia starting from baby. Sometimes you start from doing drains. We are gata. A woman when you are covered, acquire. A woman was as rehabilitation. Now we asphalt roads. You don't just give somebody an asphalt road when it's not even done improvement before. To me, from where I sit in a day, and what we do is say, then the technical evaluation we've been lost. So BT company and no a party person, Yamano, a Jumaye 200 million. Oh, so be fire experts. Then you are not even growing like because so a crap boy so far expert.
That is sanity or Ghana. Any we are no, but we are for more companies without expertise, knowledge, and they high expertise.
No,
because so share somebody like
it is not like that.
Kasajan Kwaya.
It is not like that.
And
you have found a classification certificate A1, B1, C1 near there, and it comes from your level of experience. You don't just go and buy an A1 international license. That will be because I've been technical. But this I said Ghana.
Was somebody able to prove say
yes?
Canada, Japan, hearing and qualify only experience
one. You see, Seban Sandia, I say then we all should go and take the documents and prove. One, me.
Yes,
me sitting here, 3 months company cannot get $100 million contract in Ghana. Me, from my experience as a civil engineer, you don't have the technical qualification to do it. Say, did somebody prove that?
Yes.
The level of experience, the level of competence, that's a competitive bidding. Even some of the contractors were complaining. Why? Because they felt it's a competitive job. Given the chance, they'll go and bid for some. But equal opportunity. It was given to Kennedy Japan's wife who had little experience. You see, Opoebani saying,
oh, they be saying, so they wouldn't to mean Kase. Because Canada, Japan, you now can say you
have to say now. You see,
okay, only experience, only money be
yes,
that,
that's what I'm telling you.
That there should be factors for argument. You can't just say because
my boss is an architecture firm. They have colleagues in the system. Minimum, say 4-5 top engineering firms in Ghana. Yeah, me. See, Ejuma we person Jubilee House here. They are the consultants.
I don't know. $100 million. 100 Ghana. Almost Ghana 100.2 million.
100 million Ghana cedis. 100 million Ghana cedis. You see, say your age may be Ghana. My boss in him say your top class architecture firms say 5. See, before Ghanaian company, the level of expertise, they are supposed to do the bidding. So see, the more being said person is not in that realm, they will start doing the talking that you know what Ajayi and Koenya, Opo and Koenya, Manchu and Koenya, yet they are come bia in our level of win. We think that he is not qualified to have that job because level of expertise for a year company.
I don't know Manucho make us sometimes say yes, sir. I don't know make us say yes, sir. Say ebia because contract bia ya award bia nipa kasa.
Yeah.
Contract bia because enipa bedi no we nya obe disappointed bia na mfa nsa wo Manucho ebi ni sa wote he ya unyam formal consultancy but why adwuma ache it is a formal consultancy o experience na ya ma contract no bi nso business num dada obeka say adena mo de adna ma Manucho
you have to build your blocks. You don't just start from because you are an expert, you get to Ghana, you have to get the biggest job. If the reality doesn't work like that, you have to build credibility. I say what you call credit card near there was saying there are some level of jobs that you have to prove different technical evaluation. Jobs Ben why in Ghana honoma yenya able to make point to.
And make us say
top 5 because you can see their works.
I make us say I agree from your point of view, but then I make us say a day no be to me the established because we can just speculate too. What did people say? Okay, Canada Japan yere your man contract say non qualified say these are a company no
very young
Jumada onye say that inti the contract man and again because I haven't really because I only listened to Kennedy and I read a couple of articles. I haven't followed that but the sika and the all the arguments that people were making they say Kennedy Japan kasanti. That was where the argument people were making.
I don't do this.
And who say amount for kasa and what I also listened to people were saying say Canada Japan kasa sa na man yiri 100 million contract na yiri nya 100 million contract there wakana no eden atum. I listened to him on Kasapa and I don't know why I keep saying Kasapa. I was Sampa and a couple of other stations where not all defending not all church the amount for Kanamu
say
I qualified.
The jobs in the past and these are the ones because
more than qualified.
Okay, channel no but the complaints are coming from national bidding and say competent companies felt that let's go and bid. Your criteria now the wife does not fall into to have
companies me stories on that my share say sometimes on say hey because my guy say time and these things are very normal. Buzz branding saga the entire Bible until was some of these things because some people may be more pay and they say they come out one until me share say the interest won't park a say Ghana and Lususka so mu Ghanaska so bu Ghana because say scientists are there and another typical example say obia e be man contract bia obaka say tama ai papa ya mahama man kwan ye ya obecha mahama for the friends
no way
Burkina Faso ni you see the story came out because of other bidders who lost that contract time omuma no 1 kilometer road so onye no say mahama muma contract and no more use and no more conflict of interest say car now they be changing na your man contract because people lost out until I make us sometimes me I look at it from angle say
ya bokana no, so I look at it from
Ghana lose money.
I look at it as a civil
because people how much they can make noise.
I'm talking technically. Maybe also what
no, I understand your point.
There are two kinds of evaluation in any serious bidding: technical and financial evaluation. Financial comes later. Technically, the person should build himself to qualify for the job. That's what I see. We workload. Because you have your friend experience. Because Juma when you have this level of expertise. When you experience you don't qualify for. It's here to me. What the anima? I don't know. Be door for okay or a party person will be in a company and will deserve to have that contract because they are
No. One to point now. Say, me point and say sometimes people make argument without substantiating. They just say it, and then they are Kennedy and a Kennedy and I maybe say now some people were making arguments. Companies BTC say they were established this year. Omo say Canada Japan yere or establishing a company.
The stories are saying it's a very young company.
And because I didn't
make as a technical person.
More details.
It's a 3 months old company. But you can read the stories. The build up tells me.
And did you verify?
I'm speaking as a technical person that yes.
I know the OT, but we like about one because so can't and I will check if you say how young or old the company was and the amount for complaints.
No, me read the article, but you can tell me that.
No. I'm just
reading an article. Me read the article that the company is that young and that level of job should be handled by people who have experience for it. If they feel 100 million electrification job, the wife doesn't have the expertise to have it. But me speaking, we are building company blocks.
Yeah.
consortiums in Ghana, and as a consultancy are here building in Ghana, and any contractors here building, they have to show their level of expertise by handling some jobs, getting them well done. They do even I have to make calls. Me fresh say, okay,
I've done it program no cry let's
finish let's move so that we don't change it.
Because for public education, very important.
I don't think so.
Company no.
Let's move on, because I made it too technical, and I think it doesn't help. So you're very technical for technical people. So
so they're technical. Who point and say, as I say, the Adjuman Bema, who company no, why teacher, who experience, why Adjuman be that. That's what you're saying.
Longevity in Bodo be 10 years, but on here many jobs. So be about 2-3 years. Why a lot of jobs.
Oh, but so you should be
exactly just 3 months.
Your concern was 3 months.
Yeah, my concern was that the level of job the company starts in the it looks like people had qualms about it. Into no Kennedy Japan, I believe that he's have some talks on some of these issues. Or just say people have not been treated fairly and blah blah blah. He himself too, when it stands to benefit, he has a way of calming it down. That is why he's human, he's fallible. No human being, no institution is infallible in Ghana. That's why all law courts in Puni say, Obidu as a president, we knew they are saying that which make a court say we could seek redress. So he as a person, I think those are some of his weaknesses too. That at that level, no, say electrification projects, not say 100 million Ghana cedis. None in a company, it's not a known company in Ghana, known in that field. And that's the other bidders no felt that you know what.
See,
this was a start. Yes.
The headline, this is where my interest stems from.
Yes.
On so me share contract in such about 3 years ago.
Exactly, that's why
I said leave my wife alone. Ghana 100 million street light contract, not sole source. That was people were saying said no sole source.
I mean put the end other bidders na
but was a controversial NPP party member of parliament. Kennedy Japan has one person behind media reports that suggests his wife has been awarded a juicy contract. And Nana Maker say, you see,
100 million is juicy. Whatever way, a lot of good money.
No, complaints. I was trying to get the complaints people were making, just like you were saying. Say, people say the company needs to buy. But how can I'm say Daily Post today? Daily Post raise some suggestions. I know the market in Japan. Eko Kasawo, I think Adum TV. According to the NPP fiber, there was a deliberate attempt by the persons working behind the party's website to brand the contract as sole sourcing when it was won by merit. So I say, not just omo person which say for procurement, right? It was just handed out to the lady, and I was saying, he added that the energy ministry consequently sent him a letter of apology for the mishap on their website, which labeled the said contract to Mrs. Stella Wilson, a Japan's company, as sole sourcing when it was not. Mr. Japan was speaking on Adum TV Tuesday. The website guys are diabolic. They want to sabotage our work. They have taken off that contract. Why do you say that it's sole sourcing when it's not? The contract to my wife is restricted tendering. The Daily Post newspaper last week reported that the Kufuor government has awarded contract to Mr. Agyapong's company to the tune of 1 million Ghana cedis. Namika say 1 million Ghana cedis no. Through to the tune of was it the 1 million Ghana cedis?
It's not 1 million. So 100 million. So what you talk the story should come out well. Now 1 million saying iska. No 1 million.
No 100 million almost a mistake. So 100 million, yeah, because the full money. Make say a story they can make, because the headline even says Ghana 100 million. The headline is Ghana 100 million, and then in the story,
competitive open tender restricted
in the story,
restricted. Not just say like these are the only people time and year short. It is 3 companies spend away to me abede. It's restricted. Obi and to me BDB, and that is where me as a consultant and the danger lies.
Yes. Sometimes I don't want us to think it's because Canada Japan
no,
okay, maybe restricted tendering, yes, and you're part of how our contracts sometimes are given.
Oh, it's part.
Yeah, so once it's part, why is it dangerous?
Yes, it's part, but there should be a criteria before it should go for restricted tender.
And do you think if she doesn't qualify to get into the restricted tender, she will get in because Canada Japan? People were saying, say, because of
my job here is to analyze. People can.
No, I understand, but
restricted tender, it makes it interesting. Why? When do we do restricted tender? Will make it interesting. So
when do we do it?
When time you be on my. If it's a time is short, until you have to be an open tender, until we go for companies who are expertise in that field. Say it's out 3 companies you pay to me source for. Then we pick one out of them. The chance until we say restricted.
So that the restricted tender it's
sourcing, yeah. So sourcing the and then I just say you identify say Oppo company which me 100 cars until no penny
into me question is I per se because we are teaching
they made a mistake by saying that it's sole sourcing, but it was not sole sourcing, but it was rather restricted tender. And you open national competitive bidding. You selected 3 people.
Tender and 3. Say it could be 5, it could be 6, it could be you bet me
but restricted
national. It bet me about million.
Be about restricted.
Restricted number now.
Put number down.
Maybe 3. No, me person yes, 3 never.
More often than not, you only choose your top 3, then they restrict them, then you choose 1. You won't be able 10 people, 20 people. It's not restricted.
For 10 people.
I don't think it is done.
So let me
go and do the research and come back. Restricted tenders you see 3 companies.
Because analysis.
Exactly.
I'm not into that.
Yes.
Tendering
process.
Restricted tendering, no.
Yes.
Because the word restricted, no, self-explanatory.
Yes.
You are restricted.
Yeah, limited.
You are inclusive. You are tissue. You are phobia.
Yes.
Restricted tendering now. In the passing.
Yes.
A 3 pay. And I say it could be more than 3. And I say okay. Minim say more regular tendering, no how open tendering, no how
open the national NCT and obia to make national competitive bidding. Obia no obe to me at form ni bi. Now I bid it. You be a lowest bidder and answer based on ways, but restricted. So sourcing 1 person restricted. Just about 3 very good companies. No way you one of them. But restricted, not about 10 companies restricted. Yeah, I don't. But maybe it is there. Why you are saying that I'm educating you. I should go and do more research and come. That restricted. 10 companies. But I restricted it to just 10 at the end. Then it's as good as making it open tendering. But you see, in all these things, Ken's interest was the fact that they said sole sourcing, when rather it was restricted.
Yeah, because
but the issue
because not
yes. It was due diligence was not made.
Argument and amount for ye kakra mi tie pa ye say.
Yeah, Swaman.
Canada, Japan, NT, any the contract na man here. That is why maybe the story also said, say, I am sole sourcing because Kennedy was talking, and that contract was given to Neyere.
Just say restricted. My wife is very competent.
Also, sole sourcing.
Yes,
to website, you know, apologize. I'm sure let's apologize.
Of course, on my due diligence because no more say Biamba newspapers they restricted. It doesn't come in the newspapers. They only write to the companies that yes I did win bra.
And to see the Daily Post newspaper last week reported that the Akufo-Addo government has awarded the Daily Post buy contract to Mrs. Agyapong's company to the tune of 1 million mistake or 100 million. And 1 million through sole sourcing. The newspaper claimed document in its possession revealed Stella Wilson's Imperial World Ventures landed the Ghana 100 million contract through sole sourcing at the Ministry of Energy to supply 150 watt LED street light. He further indicated that the street light contract was not even sole source, adding that the contract went through limited tendering. My wife's contract was not sole sourced; it was restricted limited tender. She qualified for it. The reason she was awarded. Those accusing her should desist from that because she won't stop her. Because that won't stop her from doing the right thing. That publication from the newspaper is a diabolical plan by the NDC to tarnish my image and that of my wife. Once a Daily Post here pro NDC newspaper and this our story in the back. And then America said, and these were some of the things say so Canada Japonti yam fanko to say the okano yam tender and a jai man. That those were some of the things that me take an amount for a complaint pa and a Canadians who say so source near there. But there again, a supply of light bulbs, street lights, right?
LED.
Yeah, it's a way there, and will be a bit my.
And you see, procurement. It's to say that one. there are people's jobs and they have to earn that right to be able to do it.
No,
as much as possible.
Manucho, let's be honest.
Say procurement.
What is procurement? Oh, me company now. Street light. LED, almost say 150 watts.
Do you know why it was restricted? Because they wanted the experts are motivated to me.
Light, the street light, the time now.
Area of procurement. So, be a procurement at a company that is into supply.
What is procurement?
Procurement. What is procurement?
No, what's who used the term procurement to make it look so
no yes procurement because what is procurement to me MSc procurement management and procurement meaning that a whole complex area that needs
what
to
is
be studied.
What is procurement? In your own understanding of the word procurement here then to procure to get something
the best
to
for
buy
less.
yeah.
So all those things in the
no, Manuti.
Now just engineering.
Exactly. Now me feel say say technical because when me come meet me at the company this is something going
to be there. Like
the things specific. No, this is a merry deal. To say bia ukoto bibia here specifications yedi be ya high quality engineering job. They say law require now who can tarred roads different because once now say you can KM Ralph and chance you know the thing coloring when him say BS those are very but light bulbs your more specifications say 150 LED street lights.
I think it's no job but they decided to go for limited restricted limited
you did give an indication say it could be because of time until be a time
quality how well that company has done it in the past into which me I procure my logistics na dey nyina should be weighed into this because obebe to me obi an bibia
me say
but what say you say limited restricted tender telling you that it's just a specific group of people do not make me
I understand that you're right
but see an be bible say na say we dey anka why do you restrict we
no me point in say me point in say
engineering
when ya there say me
you should be worried.
I feel crowd all my more grounds to even argue because if I first if it was say in relation to electricity
yes
national one no is there from say gridco right not me who not me for say be a more because you are talking of engineering not me say more technical area be acquisition of transformers near Deni BB those things are now street light there me committee secretary Gwasana me kotobo
see me speaking as I will let you go but from my consultancy point of view procurement is a big business but we won't say ensure that Bob there
because
100 million
because I will be
100 million Ghana cedis to procure some blight bulb for us ensure that I mean
no you see owns a whole argument
argument
say 100 million say 100 million to procure light bulb
exactly
see you are bringing another argument and you are coming to the finance aspect now make
limited restricted tender meaning that it's not everybody's job it's baby and say you are calling experts to help us
but that is the job of the ministry we want the ministry
so you are calling experts to help us in that regard because you're in a limited restricted tender first of
all agree to say Adebi will require more technical knowledge than Adebi. Contract beyond knowledge, technical expertise required in every contract is not the same.
But so
answer.
Yes, okay. But the head, this little finger, may I agree say this head is more important than this little finger. But we have this little finger to make you complete. It's be here.
We are not saying that be here, but I want to make a light bulbs to talk. Any contract to do roads light to talk any sign contract for a married
why supply chain management kakrada how much light to kekenu able to install a whole big project
no this is specified yes koto LED 150 watt bulbs
to be able
to sometimes we've got to be where there's no say ejuma no how to even my interest in this is the sika. Me, that is why I look at because there can do so jumano. Say jumana idea man when to me anya. Then we have a cause to complain. But the fact is, Canada, Japan, no limited tender. And I say daily post to follow
with you has nothing to do with Kennedy Japan.
No.
I'm elevating it to like contract management in Ghana. You see, as a consultant, I can tell you it's not about money, because your co-process in me laptop
it's not about money.
Oh yes, because that is why your open market your consultancy. Pen when my boss back at you say when himself phone we be at on $1. By your process in a mass service will be Ghana $5. Don't think any discount. What went into it a $5 bid? No, you don't know about
so
it.
why were we discussing?
You can't be a lay person and tell me that
why were we talking
price
about
alone?
Why were we talking about the Sputnik V vaccines here? Why were we talking about the Sputnik? If the analysis you are telling me say Obibe to me and my way $1.
Let me tell you why you can't Sputnik vaccines, because that's why they always say that there's ex-factory price. They always mention that one. You know why? Because
but you just said you just did the perfect scenario. Say
yes.
Obi koto phone way $1. No Obi koto no $5 bar. My question is why did you buy this $5?
Because say no, your ex-factory price yen unless you source from one place $5.
I say $1. That is why you gave $1. It's because who need factory price. I want to mean say I don't know be there $1, no be there $5. Then there's prices to compare. And maybe an answer you're too technical to know. Sometimes you can use your knowledge that you have to also do some analysis.
Laptop system table so. So laptop with consultants and say about 5,000 Ghana cedis. And now mitibi will use you know be no say 5,000 ACC and consultant in where a ton open market 1,000 cities. Then my boss tells you it doesn't work like that. Say open market in 1,000 cities, then if it's on the table for 5,000, then you discard. What went into it? And I say unless you're able to prove that okay, S-factory price to say your first thing so you just say that one became news. Or say instead of they were careful to use the word S-factory price, so that people will know that the calculation we in Ghana says Ghana na $26 and can problem. But yes, a company back open a ton. Now this company sells at this price. In a company S-factory price I would share so no. Too much. You understand? Consultancy has all those bits say money alone becomes a very dangerous way factor to do consultancy. Say that idea KAC Ghana, yes, if you procure V8, I'm a Ghana buying. Ghana banner could V8 $70,000 each. What's it open marketing? You say no, a lot goes into that one. See, me from my practice, I don't really worry about the money too much. It's important there. They say you can't run away from the money. But what would when people say that the money should be the most important factor, I agree. But from my practice there, consultancy in there, it's about the quality of the thing. How well the QCT analysis.
Medical can say
yes.
Quality of work.
Yes.
And the crowd can say
exactly.
I'm only worried about quality of work. Any seeker
processes.
That is what
processes.
What is important to do.
There are very due processes, quality, cost, time. We're expanding to project management. Others come in. About transportation.
When technicalities and processes of procurement,
exactly.
It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me
is cost.
No, what matters to me as a Ghanaian, me in fact say, yes, shortlisting my 2 companies, so 1 company, half company, I don't care. Me a Ghanaian, me there a quality of work and cost. Period. Processes are meant to be done by the ministries, by the technocrats. Me there say, Canada, Japan, here, Yaman Ghana 100 million. Contracts on supply 150 LED street lights. Waji 100 million, and then we have another Obiaba say, Ajumana dia mama ameno, dia mama ameno dear, but 500 million,
100 million was given to her.
100 million, half you're saying
50 million.
Yeah, 50 million.
Yes.
Quantify, technical people quantify, check Ex-factory price and market price near the adin 50 million can do it. Until 100 million, the contract is bloated. Because these technicalities now Ghana in fact technicalities and the way the contract is awarded. What the ordinary Ghanaian cares about is the one quality of work and cost. Because technicalities will be there. And we come to that about me caucus and be say Ghana in Russia about the implementation. Me na mesre. When there's so implementing ra. When there's so musha semra be yadjuma. You see that is the problem. Inti procurement laws no. You breach NDC time it happened. NDC time MPP time it has happened. No. Media references she say it will always be breached. Procurement laws will always be breached because Ghana ye nimra so. And a Ghana ye favor man for more contract. But maybe problem is that the ordinary Ghanaian as me upon national metihano. I don't care about whether it was tendered to every Ghanaian. I don't care about it was limited or restricted tender. What I care about is at the end of the day, I am
quality
paying tax. Quality of work. What you mean in a year, Ghana and 2. You see, can no more. At the end of $1. And my $10 edi buyen. Those are my concerns. But procurement technicalities you don't really
know.
Why should that matter to me?
And I'm worried about due process. I'm not worried about that because a due process the corruption
due process for a buyer contract. See I'm a kind by quattro. Ghana for due process.
I'm come there 10 seconds.
Remember for due process see I wouldn't say
yes.
So all has our story.
Extensively. I've looked at
$170 million. Yes. And so it went through
like I say,
in relation to doom so by contract I cost sign
Mommy and you are for resolution. For resolution.
Gloria Kufu. Gloria. The thing happened under
Sophia Kufu.
Yeah, the thing happened under Mahama
2015.
Yeah. And Kufu Adumube take you over.
Yes.
And the thing was in court.
Yes.
Our Britain. And Sophia and Gloria Kufu. I think it's Gloria Kufu and former Attorney General. With the all we know is Kufu. And no. SSO omuko court. But unim de ni pass sia omi abosa aka no.
Tell me.
Godfrey Dame.
No, but I've read to you that it was not Dame's fault.
But yes,
it was 2 days to the time. Your state attorneys, you see, that's where I agree that sometimes your state, because government is in transition.
The story is pointing yes, Oba no neglect it.
It was too short.
I wish you could get it. And he was no. I don't told him. Wasn't he the deputy?
I personally think he's been targeted.
No, not targeted. Wasn't he the deputy?
He was a deputy.
He was the deputy promoted to be that substantive.
Yes.
You can't tell me say he's been targeted. That is why the story is blaming him because now you're already aware and part of the team. Intelligent affair your substantive. So affair ne yakofo free baby aba. And now best study officer. Different. Where the what oh, yeah, deputy.
Do you know? I agree, but do you know what I think is being targeted? Because
he's not managers. He cannot show.
Yeah, once we don't have any chance to recourse here because
almost see sealed.
But you see, the reason why I think it's targeted is that the state of Ghana against as a company now you call for dispute. Until the thing should run, whether Godfrey Dame was there or not, we have state attorneys. And some running.
Chance. Kojoy FM. Joy did the details, and I read the details of the story. Now, Bama came from head to toe. I still blame him.
But
he was the deputy.
State attorneys 22 no
who controls them? Manucho, who controls the state attorneys? Tell me. Oh dear, they been procurement as who controls the state attorneys?
Fine, I said the minister, the substantive minister, but our country should run devoid of even ministers. You see, chief directors in the end. State attorneys we go on with or without a party, substantive party, and running. Say government to change it, then they sit down. They will not help to quickly. What one why you want 25 years? What's one when you say Ghana?
I totally disagree with you on this, and I'll go toe to toe with you on this.
Oh yeah, that's the reason.
This is who is Odame?
It's not a substantive attorney general. By the time the turn up,
Fitch the country, Echo Court, one a court, maybe some question. You can have time to go and
agitate. That's what I said. I agree.
No,
that's where the two goes to.
That is where
when did they start?
Maybe building me argument about a state attorney, Ghana, your attorney general. To me, the bre. Abra police force omo lawyers omo ko omo talk omo fix the country for no. Attorney general ne ko gina court. Eko can be a fix police for said the court ma fix the country for your demonstration. This same attorney general was the deputy to you know check here there say Gloria this same attorney general was deputy and part of that team na ye kan asem no ewo London no. And they are promote too. You see the problem they say then ka who can come tia sia ka bia man on is manu sanka na onye deputy ana yakofa ni free baby to say papa had never special prosecutor
Gloria Kufu.
Gloria, no Panameka American, Gloria Kufu. So
2017.
Manu, and it is they are Kofana special prosecutor, friend saying.
Kisi
Jabin.
Now, confirm it there.
No, make us or you're new to the office. Into Obana feel no bedding, or best steady. But I won't say Obana no ye Matanami do deputy no ye day or Hodada. That is why when Matanami do flew, I normally say the office isn't running on Babo and Timbeka say the office is running because the deputy is there and she's doing her work. Into if you are the deputy, we entitled to everything happening in the Attorney General's office. And a case we knew so I learned from the when he said no come Omu SPA headed for Ghana no. Until you are now being promoted to become the main man. And you appear Gloria Kufu every ho. Now what now say I do a benti. No acha once I headline always say because he slept on the job. Once there's a headline say he slept on the job. I feel now call land oga some rough to say.
Oh yeah, na Tony Blair wife company crab nyaye form. Abrofo na ka say we joked. It's kind of soon about $170 million.
$170 million. Yes, you know what that can do.
You have to
for
pay.
Ghana.
You have to pay for abrogating a contract.
Until I make us made the procurement in one with due diligence. Follow all the process. Look at what has happened. They are costing 100 Ghana million cedis. I can watch me. We $170 million, $100 million. Cry is saying we can't Ghana $100 million as a moment, but we $170 million.
I agree perfectly that the negligence on the part of Ghana government is the reason why we are here
too
today.
Much.
Ghana government.
Anopa can say you to know.
Yes.
Sometimes when you, situation be more, you become so hopeless and helpless.
Yeah.
Share my video na me no hwe. Me trust di na me bisa me ho say. Ade Ukraine. Ade Ghana Ukraine. Why can't you mpanimfo no what Jesus Christ. Man you sometimes kan kaleba ntina is concern for say man kan kaleba no. Because we dwene Ghana ansem no ho a. Onim say sesia no your friend is saying Fitch for downgrade.
Yeah, true.
Na your stability. You downgrade it to negative. Say am we are singing baby because I'm see a GDP ratio and in tally
cost 70.
And tally and they say we've been downgraded. Was stable stability level. There's almost be one into a negative.
Yeah, you see, so that's when kind of reactor when issues come now.
And then another story: 30% of medicines in Ghana are fake or substandard. Just a dear bet sorry beer Ghana some obeti Ghana some beer. The only news we had for the past we are no crime for attack you rank Ghana as second most peaceful country in Africa and then 28 in the world. And then Nana Komiasi Naniaji, this is a big plus for MPP. Kwasi Prati say you rank second most peaceful country in Africa, and so what?
Of course, I you see, I've not even heard Kwasi Prati talk, but I think some of these things it's
sickening.
It's mediocre. They are mediocre. What's a criminal feeling hitting and that's a bit BBC or you are peaceful. That's it's not bad. I mean they do worse. What's in Nigeria now? Ghana is not that worse. Sometimes I agree. Say crime rate in South Africa now you can't compare. Even Cote d'Ivoire has say they all no they want to jump pounds on you near there. But we shouldn't be happy with just some little strides. It is not worth it's worth a celebration. They can say milestones. I believe in celebrating milestones. But we should believe say every year is a milestone. Sometimes a little movement and shaking. But 170 million there, put them more. I had to and listen to everything. There are two schools of thought. Hey, that should be the main target. I also felt that young train as GOG Ghana for the attitude after change of government. What even led to abrogated contract? The commitment to why did you abrogate if you knew you are not committed to it? And they say minister
almost sites Pong site. Baby Anna sites in the
Agyapong was there.
Baby Anna sites in the one. Yes, Agyapong was the first minister.
Exactly. No abrogating.
Then because almost say the Ghana didn't need it it anymore.
Yeah.
So, and the site was moved to another place. And most woman confronted in Nemana Bedu Ghana.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean,
woman confronted in Nemana Bedu Ghana. And once and Yaman make us say you can vindicate.
So maybe this can be seen as willfully causing financial loss to the country.
Why are you exonerating the?
I am not. You see,
Attorney General.
He has issues. But I'm telling you,
but why would you? Why?
I think revamp a whole way. Say governments will change, but our system should run. It looks like system. You know, we put people there, state attorneys. This. You change government. They are either they are puppets. You see, woman feeling said they are puppets.
Say the Nkameno by Arjun. Kufuado, His Excellency Tisui. Baumia na advice. Baumia is abreast with everything Nanado is doing. So Nanado customer, but I mean to me more money be more. Baumia shouldn't come and tell us Afeni as we in Tinama we say because only the neighbor mind that. And that is my point here. Who Godfred Odameno now you're Deputy Attorney General and a Gloria Kufu Attorney General and a moon spearheaded this battle. You were part of the team. And he said, "Yeah, you are substantive. You can't tell me, sir."
I don't even know why they didn't use the woman, because the woman started the whole thing. Why they change? You know, you see, some idea as a match we cry near Freyo match we cry 8 match.
Case na momonko
8 match you cry, and you had a substantive who is still around.
Why? No, but I mean, why you said Odami was targeted?
I'm saying this. Would hear me? I'm just say. It becomes very simple if you put all on his doorstep. But I think Ghana's problem, Manu, the way you handle
Ghana's problem.
Yeah, win.
Ghana yes,
we targeted me. Also, I didn't know so. You shooting. Okay, you for we penny shooting and kind of there. Almost so. No, it's a whole attorney general.
So maybe Ghana.
I want to hold all of them.
Okay, maybe say Ghana. Yeah, attorney general department. Bobo Bibdin Kra
oh yeah, I mean state attorneys.
State attorneys,
but they are senior state attorneys.
But the main
man abreast.
But the main man is the attorney general.
Who comes and goes?
He controls all the state attorneys.
But he comes and goes. You know that he's not.
Is he gone?
Like substantive say senior state attorney. He's more abreast. He should be helping us.
I totally understand.
Senior state attorney na say we ba attorney general ban no be become one come so one can say I'm disappointed in the whole institution, not just the man.
No, see, this is a high profile case. Untumin ko state attorney or Tejoson ko na same way.
No, senior state attorney wa
cry on. The point is say what is the essence of the state attorney?
Yeah, state attorneys. Some does.
What is the essence of the attorney general? Attorney general handle high profile cases. So Nimsa, is fix the doom so the mona.
No, attorney general can still get senior state attorney.
What I'm saying, you handle.
Which one about 35 years experience or higher than attorney general?
You should handle loosely. No, it doesn't matter. But once you are the head, you are the head. Make us handle loose. Me, you should handle loosely.
Yeah, once it's involved, it means fine. That's what I wanted you to understand.
Where international tussle between Ghana and that company from GD
yes.
What I say, and I assume no young can Ghana.
Yeah,
a UK court, international court.
Yeah, for Ghana, I'm a fire and associates. Be a fire. Be with UK. Tony Blair wives in
exactly.
The more you follow, the more you realize that negligence. But I wouldn't just hold him. The whole institution. I'm annoyed.
Okay. Yatia yakasi I say Nanado. Na ye started this argument I ka say Nanado make us a ketasihye so obi akọ wasomo obi so onko first excavators onko season no akoton wate na onya ho hwe a yantia na ebu be say ye kan na nkanwe fo ye kan ai make us say wonnom nsa na say ubua ma obi num a wo chen say wonnom
wo kan ho bi man ka say onka ho make oka ho bi ba ye hwe beyond ono no
the story fingered him or no na akoso yen. It is Godfred Odame. It is no other because
only no Godfred Dame. Dame.
Because Manu now attorney general.
Yeah.
And in relation to say married deals, I tell my doom so by and my hammer no man in Libya. And yako krani man yamana bedu Ghana na mo say pong hwan ho ne asesa ho omo move site no so mo fa ho ma BMT mo ko relocate na a whole lot of in the end mo say you don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
And am ko abrogate no mo say go for say you deliver ade na mo ka say family no contract is there.
Exactly.
It's here the GC na ade na court. And Ghana mo justify why you shouldn't pay them.
Na mo call for conflict resolution.
Yeah.
Mo aka say enti na on
game. And you attorney general. Then Gloria Kufu, then Godfred Odame, then deputy.
Yeah.
And Gloria Kufu ye in every ho. Pawo or Damino, you were part of the team.
You're inaugurating match. Why is all man?
You're inaugurating match.
Some slack a crown.
You were, you see, on make us see and say, Baumia. Nanado say my bread. Many mean to me more money you know Jama Baumia should be. One say, and then another Baumia, but what kind of story? No say,
woman story be GDP now there you are not credit worthy. So Obon about to say why then?
There be the friend. I know your best argument. So my point in say Obon about to say or your breast. He's of course extreme. I know Okoda Omom to Abamano Northern Omanasi. I know say you did not only vote for me, but you gave me the best man I could have asked for. I know some boy Haja Lima and so Abaso. I'm just making a building an argument. He say Nanado is telling us say he has absolute trust and confidence in Baumia. Say Baumia is the best person the northern region could have given him. What I say. So Nanado says, okay, now I'm tired. I'm 71 years. My bread. Nti Baumia take you over. Baumia cannot come and tell us. He say, oh. Na Ghana Koboka and then was you na Nanado na president na Nanado koye no I needed time na say no.
I agree Dami took over from some point and you say you Gloria Akufo then he took over and I know so
you are you know you Gloria Akufo
okay yes President Akufo do we take over but these are two different issues.
It is not.
That is what time the substantive is being discussed.
It is not when the substantive attorney general is not there the deputy automatically is the acting. The deputy becomes the acting attorney general until confirmed or promoted by the president, which in this case
he was given
the president
capacity.
Yeah, and they are promoted too. And the main problem, man, what kind Joy report now? You wouldn't even be defending him.
I think he did badly, but
Joy,
I think
the details of the deal need to be go on. You can't who say Papa no die. He's almost say he slept on the job because unim at the end of that say ebe cost to Ghana this huge amount of money. Fix the country no nya time ko no. Fix the no ebe cost to Ghana say.
Oh, I mean, maybe I complete. So are you telling me that? My last point before you go on, are you telling me that? Say me a substantive boss. Na say me hwe nyama bebre. Na mo senior advisors.
Manager nyama bebre ti say them.
Man. No, it's the attorney general.
Expanding fancy, no.
It's attorney general. I don't think that all his job there is about.
But so himself life.
You know what he does. That okay. As attorney general, the job transcends just pon.
Oh, my so I say, but me say. Yeah. One man I too wide open count narrow kakra because in life
cabinet minister he advises the state on all other issues
in life and now sorry you want you might be brace or about prioritizing
but I have
prioritize it or by advice attorneys state attorneys me to say obey say or
my build the points about say I blame the senior state attorneys in the Google new office will be say attorney you dey say po mo nyame bebre yo and you weapon am adwen that's why I have a solid team on my state attorneys so 20 years 30 years or no. You see, I'm even coming to Peter Mewudi and Awudi too say there are a whole bunch of civil servants who are they are not helping us. Unless, of course, they prompted him and he failed to listen.
Manucho,
that is why I'm blaming the whole institution. Say, say, Attorney General Department, you know, I'm buying all through Gloria Akufo Bana. Then it will make it a beautiful story. But those there, no, Roya can call you to remind you.
No,
on an issue that you made mistakes on. Okay.
Meteora radio station, I'm a priority number one Monday to Friday is to come to morning show. I don't need Roya to remind me I have to come to the morning show.
The priority was how Ghana will not lose $170 million. That's not his priority. His priority is to make sure that advise government on issues. Now the 170, one of the
what is government?
What's it?
What is government? What is issues?
Or attorney general for the whole Ghana, or a cabinet minister too. In states attorneys issues be a prosecution in Ghana no. It's what is lost there.
No, you blame Obia. No, you blame Nanado Krasi say exonerating Nanado Papa because Nanado Krasi. I'm blaming Nanado then supposed to sue.
I'm blaming Damio, but I think Joy FM should look beyond just Dami.
And look beyond Dami saying Dami is international.
Dami is exonerated. Maybe I can't say targeted as
the bona pampam because all the bona pampam.
The body we are no
civil servant in Yashi or Dami. People have to
act. Case way so.
People have to act on Odami.
Unji said this one will be one man case for handle my.
Manuchu, if Odami could have time and go to fix the country,
and sorry, I don't want to go there.
Just now, okay.
That one I don't want to go there.
If Odami could have time to go to fix the country. Now Ghana lose $170 million. What mean Yadaja Kai say fix the country for the chinchina? Hey, Mamin Court, Nami
State attorneys in yes,
why any Juma? Who instructs them?
They are there.
Who instruct them? They cannot just fly to London and go represent Ghana.
But did they tell him? I mean, oh, of course, that's why they're a team. Oponinya na obekai. Opomino na me, can't you believe that there are certain things that you remind
me? Manu Bisa say, we are Attorney General. You were high, and there's Uncle B, Akoya Banjo or Juso. So be a criminal actor, a state attorney,
exactly,
and a prosecutor,
exactly.
Into your damn because you so be a Korea Banchi, you high profile cases. High profile cases are handled by the state attorney general. If attorney general cannot, how can you tell me, say, who's in a Ghana name as Ghana, your lawyer penny? Now you will court to Britain. You lose £170 million, $170 million case. We see one kai. You are say excuse me. So what is excuse no crime man or they are not just qualified to be
senior state attorneys near the end of go on also. They should help us. Since just say I don't this I implement Dami in job. Okay. Dami slept on the job. They there now. They are supposed to hold Ghana's we esteem too. No, they are not sleeping. They are absolutely
some hold Ghana esteem.
They need to
I don't know. Say what you say. Say you do cause share baby a Ghana or ye lawyer pon wajumano Ghana first, especially on international scene. Ghana first. Enti baby a yedi akojina UK court. Now Attorney General catch me say I'm holding brief for him because excuses now o mama no ye. The Ujini say ebia
which are viable. You might think that hey, what was this high profile? Is it the money involved or just because you've been taken to court? 170 million a money
how does a case become high profile to a country? Make sure say Ghana, the attorney or that means you are not going to say the Ghana lose scantia because the essence of Attorney General of country say Ghana.
Ghana very peaceful here no because I don't know pro prosecution here nyina bibia
no Ghana onye no the whole peaceful Ghana peaceful your police the security apparatus
no but
litigate mayen and peaceful nka ho enya odame na be chere IGP the onye odame adwuma
are we saying criminal charges criminal proceedings
when
the pressing charges of criminal
pressing charges in your peaceful
that should deter
no I know your law and order in the
but it's Attorney General's business
I know your rule of law
IGP business Attorney General business to make sure that
when
prosecution is started
how
by
do we say
starts from the AG
okay fine so but how do we say somebody is a criminal? Can the Attorney General just come up and say, "Oh, Manucho, a criminal, anti-state prosecutors and prosecutors"?
No, police
that is why peaceful for a country to remain peaceful. It is solely the duty of the security apparatus and not the Attorney General. The Attorney General litigate. That's why I use the word in legal terms or litigating Ghana. It's or litigating in the interest.
It's one arm of our job as Attorney General. It's not just
litigation. Ghana be peaceful.
It's a collective effort. Said Nipa Bonini and Robert he should press charges.
So
every criminal issue involves the Attorney General in Ghana. That's Ghana very peaceful. That's a criminals hover. Why do you want to segregate himself peace in front of him? Criminals say no pressing charges. Prosecutorial powers lies with him, not with the police.
He's not the judge. Or litigate on behalf of Ghana.
But he decides who to prosecute and who not to prosecute.
Does that bring peace?
Of course. So now you say we
maintaining peace, law and order in Ghana. It's solely the job of Ghana Police Service and the security apparatus. The Attorney General, you can say they work with them.
Exactly, it's collective.
No, but keeping peace. Say Tokwe is Ghana, but I say for Attorney General office. No, Ghana Police Ajuma. Peace in this sense. It's for the security apparatus. But okay say or litigate ye check criminal ono na court to say yes. And no ye na juma. That is why I use the word litigate in court for Ghana on behalf of Ghana. But say who litigate ma Ghana. Na Ghana ye dia kojina seniye ye belusu sika kakraka we. Na se manuchu utna ka kire me say ni refi na senior Attorney General for senior attorneys on no my adwuma na eson komo kai no
no po you agree this country runs devoid of just a minister Anamebwa.
Say.
Kroma say, and you think America runs just because by an attorney general who's sitting there and making one decision? Our system is a flawed one. We're targeting an individual. An individual to make it murky. Ghana government. Ghana ni yako messy up. I don't think that's how I see it.
And Kroma hananka asem we see ya. Anka attorney general no kwanko nejma beto. Kroma. How Barr resigned under Trump?
Yes.
You saw how Barr resigned?
Yes.
Because Trump will say about 20 and man is kind say okay, I'll set up Department of Justice and set up committee.
Yeah.
And they set up committee to investigate. Or set up committee we and about they report to Bar Abonte say Abano yanya day. And Trump had a grudge with him because Trump felt it's a woman I'm a doer by so yeah. Also, no say I can't mean to me infringe on your democracy, bra. There's no proof it's a he resigned and left. Say we say Chrome has some okay. Say America, international court of arbitration na BB. Now American UK, American allies squad the entire numinasem ni bi any Russia na obi boy any China contract issues. Na attorney America attorney general anko. Na court na bua eguya so na yakaka say oh attorney general ne de yenyini
no me
okay unyini free okay
for make attorney general say he should be he's targeted
attorney general targeted na kind of mention
where targeted means that you it will senior state attorney being disappointed with that by not sleeping on the case later you know at 12
No.
You don't think it happens? No, like by life, wouldn't him say like it's a whole team that they are working and somebody's working on the file and he made.
He doesn't even qualify in the first place.
Oh, Sana Uno.
Yes, so Kasa.
So be a PA. Into this will be a personal assistant. No one committee here. No say high profile. The PA I'm an uncle. Then me sleeping on the job. Then why do people have personal assistants? Why do people have colleagues to work with?
Manucho. Say who say?
Oponti I want to be shaman. Okay, can carry bad business. Say Manucho pena ubeyama mean. Baba me meetings.
Say say betena ha. Na issues bania discuss and another crime blame money because another appointing crofo.
No. You see, at the end of the day, it's still a team. Targeted means that you single me out. You jank of phoning in our say, or mom go on a day.
No, boo, I had him send no more preferity.
Exactly, but I think Ghana, we should hold ourselves as Ghanaians. He's part of the story and might hold a bigger share. But not just him. Everything started, the bus stops at his doorstep, that everything started and ends with him. The negligence. He
is the Attorney General, lawyer, Ghana, lawyer Penny. And a Ghana, Ghana court to a human crew. This is a case of international repute. You can't tell me, sir, and maybe our personal assistant Nan Kyle. Come on.
No, but all those things will happen.
This case, high profile case.
I wish we had a country devoid of ministers and making final decisions now. Then I'm trying to bring another picture, but you also see that no. It should still be ministers' business. But our system around the Attorney General's office or and the minister's negligence might not even cause us. But you see, everything, the bus stops at the minister's house, 170 million, Lucy. But the whole department of Attorney General Department around here, and I say, no, be a senior state member, no, Jumana. I don't think we should have gotten here. But here, they now say one person be in a so offer, we are creating a lot of mess for us. I think we should look at the bigger picture. Just Attorney General, but because the system is not running, devoid of just a minister.
You are holding brief for this man.
Oh, I think it's part.
Why?
It's part of the problem.
Understand the point
I'm not holding brief that he's exonerated, but I'm thinking that the Department of Attorney General's Department and attorneys should be running. Ghana shouldn't have lost this money if you're not solely relying on just an AG to make all the decisions for us.
But who says we are relying on the AG? The AG is head of
that. Obina kese offer plane call represent and one crapper. If you say hey, you the AG should be held because the system tells us that we will feel say the AG should have maybe traveled to the UK to go and stand in, but not maybe a senior attorney, state attorney near there. You see, I'm trying to tell you that senior state attorneys over there.
Senior state attorneys, they work under whose instructions?
They work under the Attorney General. But so I don't think that. I think that when they are given high-profile cases too, they can run it on themselves.
When they are
running high-profile cases,
when they are given.
Yeah, of course.
Intina me can say omo mo ye adwuma under a friend saying papa yi odame no.
Yeah.
Why ni betumi afri na chi say okugina Ghana na em.
Let's go.
Obi ntimi free na chi ono na ese say oma o assign one of the jobs. Oh yes, or assign it.
So before I judge a man, let's hear him. I believe that I feel that he should take chunk of the blame, but it's a whole Justice Department, Attorney General and Justice Department. We need to relook at it because inside we keep losing money. One man decides to walk off and sleeps on a job, and we are losing the money. Now, we should hold him. So, me, that is my bit of worry. I don't know, but maybe you are not seeing in my direction that bit of worry that can't we have an independent thing running and yeah, Attorney General will go there, sleep on a job, then you lose everything. Just because of him, you've lost everything.
Is the one they arbitrated?
Yeah.
I'm call for front. Time no call case. I say without any further reasoning, the Attorney General concluded that government of Ghana had the right lawfully to terminate the EPA on the grounds of illegality for want of capacity for GPGC to enter into PPA, failure to obtain siting and construction permit, installation of used plant contrary to policy, and failure on the part of the seller to fulfill its CPS and conditions subsequent, and that if government of Ghana were to terminate the EPA on the final of those 4 grounds, it will be entitled to the early termination fee. These reasons were found by the arbitrator as not reflecting the true facts. It therefore awarded GPGC a total of 101 in respect of its early termination payment. Last week, the Commercial Court in London has refused to allow Ghana to bring a belated challenge to an ancestral award worth over 134 million in favor of the power contractor, ruling that the national elections only omode onhu excuse ukra Ghana de koye omse national elections and the COVID intina ye delay,
which is very bad. National election money election petition there. You see, that's why it's a whole no I don't know whether I said targeted
until court ne say.
But let's move on.
Court ne say in ruling ruling your friend say June 8. June 8 no ruling judge in your friend Justice Butcher or refuse to grant the government of Ghana a time extension to apply to set aside the award, adding that the state's grounds for challenging it were intrinsically weak.
Yeah, exactly. Some can say more time.
Yeah.
You see, your 30 days, near 2 days to the time near Konya say yan chumunia. Remember, then say putting all shaking together. We shouldn't just do it one man. A whole institution failure. But fine, people say that the head of the institution should be the biggest bet. But I'm looking at the whole institution. But I mean, let's move on. I never exonerated him. Maybe people got me wrong. I never exonerated Odami. But I think it's beyond just him. Everything is with him.
Solely him. And this is Gloria Kufuna Gloria got kicked out.
Yeah,
she got kicked out.
But they should have even. You see, where I have a problem. He's also shot himself in the foot. You could have involved the woman because I according to advice.
No, but one cassette. Uhia.
No, the woman started it. Woman in the advice here. Okay, that Attorney General no advice.
The last time I called.
So the point is, why the woman is still around and is still even a proud member of your party. So why didn't you even engage him? I'm just saying, we're a whole topic.
But we don't even know whether
we're involved in. I've listened.
No, Gloria, was she retired or she was kicked out?
No, but I've read commentaries, listened to people Dame could have helped himself by involving who started the whole way. Border dispute. I don't know
if Ghana realized. I don't know if Ghana realized maybe we were going to lose and they decided not to go and then made a last ditch effort to say judge maybe say judge my coina COVID and any about 20 na yintimi my coina yemfa your defense and I say yensu argument any day emra because other than that no adia no nim dada odami nim
no po we for so na me chose adia no say ashase no omo suyen o in a way Tony Blair wife na adia nyaka say yenko for arbitration because emboye so they agreed to arbitrate but even the arbitration
exactly
so we knew we had lost from the start but as to amount in adia no na nka say argue no well it was a matter of Ghana knew, but the amount to be argued, well, was we having a representation? If a UK firm, you know, but could be doing before Veras a girl said, Debbie, I was a fool. There's someone you have to help us. Well, by the end of the day, no, you did not go to push the case. In your bugu, so Sana then acquainted you very painful. You see, I make a choice. Well, the reason why I'm talking Gloria Kufu, any super way, Marita Brew. They won a landmark case. On this
year, American, this year, on American, this year, on blame on NDC.
For doing what?
For signing the deal. Now, the Attorney General says the kind of power purchasing agreement signed between the erstwhile NDC government and Ghana Power Generation Company has exposed the country to a financial loss. According to Godfrey Dami Yabua, some clauses in the agreement made government liable for paying a huge amount of money, whether the deal became effective or let's move on.
No, because
you see he's finding a way now to also blame.
Then we are moving on. You see, the political angle I don't like. I wanted to just stay in my convictions.
Quick.
At that time, boosted.
Thank you.
Yes, I think that with all respect, if you are asking for questions as to why the Attorney General at that time wrote the letter, yes, you have been speaking to a former Deputy Energy Minister who was in office when the agreement was entered into. I think that there's nothing that actually prevents you from also unraveling that intention behind the letter written by the Attorney General recommending the termination of the contract by speaking to work. But the point I would want to make advert to the minds of the public too, very important, is that even if you look at the agreement, the manner in which it was drafted, irrespective of whether it was terminated before it became effective or not, the government was exposed to financial loss. And that's the problem. That is why we are where we are. We are where we are because the agreement contained clauses which rendered the government liable for payment of huge sums of money, even if the agreement had not become effective. And indeed, the agreement had not become effective because there had been the failure to allocate a site to GPDC. So all arguments by the government of Ghana that the agreement, the police president and the agreement had not been satisfied. Whereas was determined by the tribunal, I think at page 148. Immaterial. The tribunal at page 148 determined that the kind of agreement that was entered into by John Paul's administration with GPDC rendered the government liable to pay the amount of money that the tribunal determined as payable, whether it had become effective or not. So I think those are the most important points. Then.
This we are Fred Dam is speaking on.
Yes, I said because at the end of the day, I say
another headline about CCR News because the story just came in the morning and now people are back. Yeah, now he's saying Attorney General be investigated. Or see $170 million PPA judgment debt to be investigated. Attorney General hence now, and the story reads: Godfrey Dami says the CID will investigate the 170 PPA judgment debt. Now the agreement was to give Ghana excess supply of power. The PPA contract, according to a London court, was wrongfully terminated. Godfrey Dami, the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, says the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service will be investigating the power purchasing agreement, which was signed under the erstwhile John Dramani Mahama-led government and the Ghana Power Generation Company. The agreement has resulted in 170 million judgment debt, where the government of Ghana is expected to pay to GPGC as ordered by a commercial court in London for unlawful termination of the contract. Ghana Web monitored some comments he made on Joy FM Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021, where he indicated that a report by a committee formed in September 2016 revealed the power purchasing agreement was not proper. This, Dami said, resulted in excess power supply and blamed the signatories to the agreement. And I quote him: "The fact borne out by the PPA committee's report was that the agreement, together with other agreements, had resulted in such excessive power supply to the state. The state was going to lose 586 million per annum and a cumulative cost of about $7.6 billion between 2013 to 2018. So I think that when it comes to financial loss, it is so clear in my mind that the responsibility lies clearly with those who entered into the agreement. The basic point is that the entry into this transaction was unnecessary. The entry into this transaction was what resulted in financial loss to the state." End of quote. Godfrey Daminti. Now, they're making kind of what he's saying. He said, "Sika nanka yebetuano." From 2013 to 2018, say a contract no cra. 7.6 billion. Into a terminate no
117 cry.
No, $586 million. Said now we can and then into us clauses now na contract. So it goes back to what I was saying. Maybe that is why they decided not to go, because me last minute excuse or the command say about to any COVID in court on the more extension. But
I think we're on the same page, because we had not read it in Paul. Also, it is reported the state attorneys together with Godfrey Dami, who took over the case, went to sleep, causing the country this damage. And I think you see you are.
But he's the head. Many points. Yes, he's the head.
But the more you look at this case, because there's a transition, you can't pardon the state attorneys over there. As much as I say, or no host some of the chunk. But
who made you
targeted?
Targeted now, come targeted.
Yeah, but state attorneys then, what are their jobs? You see, I understand, but
what I'm saying,
I have problem with the whole. But I don't even want to discuss.
Why don't you want to discuss? It's part of the.
He really. No, I don't want to discuss. I mean, use advisedly, because that is not the substantive. I can't see here, because the substantive is that you went to sleep. You had to go to London to defend your case and make Ghana get the best for less. But you decided not to go there or pursue the case, and we are now going to pay money. But how does it come into this case?
Was Mahama sign a contract? So Ghana and Kibu come more in excess of.
Then he should come out and tell us that he knew what he was doing, and he decided not to go for Ghana to pay that money. Then it should be beautiful. And what is way this one is meant to do? What to shelve this one? That we should put our direction now in why Mahama signed that frivolous contract. By his own understanding,
he added, now he's maybe he's sensing say they signed the contract frivolously, maybe meaning say to make money, or for some parties to make money, or for some people to make money. I don't know.
And that is why
on account of all this, I am going to write a formal complaint requesting an inquiry by the CID into the conduct of the public officers who acted. Who acted in the manner which resulted in the signing of an agreement which resulted in financial loss to the state.
But he has no case. You see, it's bizarre.
I think. I mean, reading the quote, you see, I think that first and foremost, the entry into the agreement itself was wrong. There was no justification, because their own committee determined that the agreement was going to result in excess power. Inti Mahamati committee no reported by just say
we did not need that
power near sign. Yes, and no sign here. Maybe he's saying say, oh, they did it to favor some people. They know say maybe you bet me abrogate at some point. It be anthrophobic. Also say the people who acted in the manner.
You see, Opo. You see, it's a matter of you misdirecting the shot. Where we are now is that. Maybe you see and say there was a case, luckily for you, Mohammed's government wanted to enter into you see, the substantive is that Mohammed's government entered into a case, a power purchase agreement, luckily for Ghanaians, and I mean Chadiano, MPP came to power before it could come to fruition. And answer there, if even they are started that mobile power to be gatekeepers, no more realizes no contract win and yeah papa, so you abrogated it, which is within your remit. Gloria Kufu.
No, I see
together with what
okay details now. Yeah. Almost say before Adiano I start you or abrogate you have to pay money.
Then why
the why they signed that contract
you see, the issue no. And you can find a foreign firm. I shall tell you, see Ghanaian firm. I'm a foreign associate. Then we decided that maybe I didn't do no a foreign firm. You can find a foreign firm. You know, astute firms, solicitors for UK. See, I'm on fighting case in my. Then they told us that maybe I didn't do no more. We should go for arbitration. We shouldn't go fighting it too much. You're fighting it too much, you might lose more money.
Yeah,
go for arbitration.
I mean, kind of money for say. Speaking on Joy FM's morning show, Mr. Adami said the signatories of the agreement, which was commenced under the former President John Mahama administration, failed to undertake a conclusive work to protect the public purse. And I quote him: "If you look at the agreement and the manner in which it was done, irrespective, the word he used there, no, irrespective of whether it was terminated or it became effective, the government was exposed to a financial loss, and that is the problem. You know, say effective or ineffective, Kagana. So that is why we are where we are. We are where we are because the agreement contained clauses which rendered the government liable of payment of huge sums of money, even if the agreement had not become effective.
It is not true. It is not true. Where the direction is going, I'm not saying it is not true. Say there were clauses in there. That might be in there, but the point here is that what kind of judgment in a buy now? We went for some foreign companies. Tony Blair wife now there no catch and say for arbitration, and the arbitration we needed a representation to argue our case out so that we pay less. Oh, that is where the way is our offer. The past said na contract in here, papa. That's why we change government and we do your remit. You can decide to abrogate any contract at any point in time. And the country say a country is sovereign. That is why the president raises that symbol. Say sovereignty lies to the one who is the head, and he can touch as much as possible some of these clauses. Into your coin now, more advice for arbitration. They set up a date, and we are supposed to be represented. The reason why I have problem with state attorneys in the go on also. So at the end of the day, people have a right to attack the attorney general. But I'm only saying it from a best eye view. Into the issue here is that what kind of judgment now? Ghana government refused to represent it. Yeah, 2 days to time. No, I can say moment in days. Near there, you say okay, Munkombra. Second time, no, say no. You are wasting time. You no. So people, Joy FM had the right to write that one. And I say I wanted to hear that the state attorneys, you do stage me in our lives, sir. You shouldn't just be attacking a minister. Because they are working with teams, civil servants who are there sitting on the job and making others look bad. But don't put just an aside. But for Dami now to come and say that I mean, he should spare us. This fight back wouldn't help him. He's beating he should bite the bullet and take it as it is. That's maybe new fear and I said that on being Ambuano. Because the point here is that you have to go and represent Ghana, argue for us to pay less. I remember a timer. Gloria Akufu together with Marita Brew. Problem about the border.
Yeah.
About the border way. They combine effectively to deliver us that justice. You can't see a distance. You see way. You know, International Court of Justice Bueno say okay. You a Krebu Ghana closer to the site than an Ivorian town. She said they Ghana for there. Which was landmark. For the first time MPP and DC combined effectively to give us a beautiful judgment. We decided some abrogate you see NDC for no when which was also within your remit, and there was a transition between Gloria Akufu to you. So whichever way now for foreign firms, you knew that Yebeboka, you did not go, you did not do due diligence. You have to accept it. But for you to fight back and say it was a frivolous contract and people, I'm going to give it, I don't want to even discuss it. He needs to take the blame. But the blame goes beyond just him. That's why I said it is targeted. They call for minister, now call for civil servants, no more driving cars, and they are not helping. But Bishop said that's why maybe you need reforms. So we are civil servants. I say, boss in Patricia here call land in the what would the person do?
Kwakwaza say 170 million judgment debt. So Kwakwaza
lawyer of repute.
Or see hold Attorney General 2 foreign law firms accountable.
Oh yes, 2 foreign why do you hold them? We did not go. They advise us to. Sometimes I say when a whole topic about 1 hour between I check him 2 foreign firms. You call form. No more advice here. For arbitration. We decided not to go. So why would we sit on this one? Attorney General should be held. State attorney should be held. Ghana as a country should be held. You can say them, but here as a country and how we handle some of these judgment debt issues, it really leaves a lot to be desired. But I will not sit here and exonerate Godfrey Dami, but it should not be just him. It's a whole institutional failure which we accept as a country.
107. I know Joe the bus Ghana cities a
lot of money.
Obetima Bodin. Pepe. Make I say
cities because he said times 6.
President Ben Kujina Parliament or Professor Mills.
He said times 6 in 1 billion. Ghana cedis.
I bet bro, and
because 570 times 6.
Sir.
And so the Ghana can say you use zeros in be.
Yeah, India cost 6 cities.
Exactly. It's 670 times 6. 6742 into 102.
It's a bro, some guys say bro, 1 billion.
Oh, just about that.
Yeah, that's no 2 that's no higher bill on internet 2 near 2 near million.
We soon bet you saying do 6 just about 5.8. Oh, got just official winner about 5.8.
Wow.
Oh, by a lot of money. A lot of money. I'm not speaking to exonerate the just the way, no, but who say and every corner, then one person will be letting us down all the time. We need to find a way for the institution to work with or without changing government or changing minister. Because ministers in the minimum or bar, maybe where I agree with you is that you are the deputy, so you can't exonerate yourself much. Say for I know background, I can say, okay, you are new on the job, but you were there, you might not have been on that case. See, but the more if I try to get you is personal, I'll make it murky and I will not get the substantive war. Because then I work and I had time to go for we face the country demo. I mean, then I will find I will CID will do this. He's only trying to hold on to straws. I mean, with all apologies to him that you know and also here judgment that some buy no be and so you can do the two concurrently. But what's the Ghana? I said then tell Ghanaians that I did not go because I knew you would lose and that's why you lost. You should be firm and bold. Then Majiwe say yes, that's what he said. Or we say a useless case in Chonko. But for now to create the impression, well, we read judgment and I say Ghana failed to have representation. That is why they were so and we don't have any right to appeal or anything. I was listening to some connoisseurs and they were so mad. But the issue has to do with the whole institution. Some of the, where I also took my cue from, that we should be running ministries devoid of just ministers. Some of these ministers are not helping us. They chase what they want. They chase waterfalls, but we as a country suffer. We should empower the institution should work independent of a minister there to champion his own party parochial interests. That's all that they go there to do. Or ministry one man, they say I go for say and then your mama say attitude. No, I see him because technically I want institutions to work. Also, when I quite news because Dami himself is a lawyer. We know doctors in the education ministry. We know finance people sitting in where works at housing. You see, your ministerial way in Ghana, I don't think this country they will do it. They will take interior and they go and put somebody there without the requisite to help. But that means Shubai said in shame. Baby, other for idea more.
Yeah, that's that case here. Emmanuel Kobiti said down auto repairs. Obey Chidom Richway Auto School. Down auto repairs. Car no problem in our Fabre 45 Fremont Street. Richway Auto School. 65 James Street. Open driver's license. A horna or sell call. Big Olu Beauty and Melbourne Hair Salon. Olube Beauty amount. No SCSU, no I come Samas trading, and so Ebema and Papa 1084 Main Street Super Cleaning Services. I know Mazik Jamra down say, oh, you're gonna nina utu. Now here say ebe you near mama Sanso na junk removal, any local removal, open van, ahai, to say the Okwaji U Hall Diana, and ne say the gun and so a baby frame 508-4102544 508-4102544 na any super cleaning services and so enkasa sanso any idea sada kese Madanko African Market and Wholesale sa ope kan kaleba said the nsem say bi ba na blood pressure kosra ubetumi anye bi anom na aboa ehahama konom ne hyedudu na ho entumi ensano KM Raf Roofing boy dan so Ghana mai odan no sadu mo so dia mbacho ene Raf nkasa no mo so no nyisu the right materials coating ne color ne bibia na nchense no koko red color no andane bonze bi mu di tumi pa na afi hu color no kra edin nti ni nyina no ebe ya ma o esan be ma number of years of guarantee because in majuma papa yeah Rashida Financial Services seban se usika sem tutu ye mortgage protection, college planning, Medicare plans, life insurance, retirement for Enuaba Rashida 781-354 3060 781-354-3060 na eneno enkasa omu enyina ta yechi ena yedi jumedi ebro Rashida si yenkancho se sikasemu ntutu ye de wa onim se ubia ento no bra wo car na u policy a wo sisi ano meka u auto insurance no rate no wasra yenu aba Rashida si frɛ no obebo na bibia konkan na otumi sisi ama bibia so otumi akoyie Eddie amount. Rashida Financial Services, home owners insurance, investment, mortgage protection, life insurance, Medicaid plans, NFE, college planning, or yeah, 7813543060 7813543060 yɛmfa aseda kɛseɛ ɛma Dr. Kwame Amponsa any Vernon Women's Health Services a ɛnɛ ɔmo nso aba ɔmo ɛboa yɛn ɛma yapɔmuden etumi sipi esita ɛmaa no nyinaa mepacho mo apɔmuden no kohu Dr. Kwame Amponsa ɛnɛ deɛ nyame ayɛ adom Ghana for yɛnso yɛdie ni atadwe ate dɛnɛ Ghana doctor nyame ayɛ adom a otumi abɛ ne residency wɔ ha ɛnɛ wabie clinic Worcester Vernon Medical Center building nim suite number 312 a otumi hwɛ ma apɔmuden Dr. Kwame Amponsa se oyɛ oba na opese ufa no se primary doctor oyɛ Ghana ni deɛ kwan da hɔ kran tentem so bra na obɛbo ɛno da nkyɛn so a or specialized ewo ma apɔmuden female reproductive system sanso ɛna obstetrics, pregnancy, childbirth, menstruation, fertility issues, sexually transmitted infections, STIs, hormonal disorders, any others, eka hua, Dr. Kwame Amponsa, and so eye imuejuma. Enti or a professionally trained gynecologist, obstetrician, dedicated to his work. He's been working in this field for so many years. It is a vast experience padia maza obetumia connect and take care of the patient. Intini yakamfo the amount Ghana kwa ya juma over 10 years and sana oba krumha. Dr. Kwame Amponsa ehon komo ene anudi ko na ekohwe na omo na bibianso etumi enko enkan otayechi dendenden ene edi dwumadi edi ebro afi ene said the munim no heat ni start sa you can go back get straight into action na ya share they say the mze manu sa topic ni dey ahwe wi odame ene eka Ghana abon $170 million
they went for last part I think you had to accentuate that one too sir I'm call for extension to say come the bank extension say argue their case na Judge Butcher say no
that's one
intrinsically weak is too weak we need more time
one makra na fina more time
I mean it's a it makes us sad. 170 million could have done a lot of good works for Ghana at least and can you track Kumasi Accra Road in my half in Pomai so painful.
Let's look at the other side which is also connected to the economy and a financial story close to what we just discussed and that is the issue of Fitch ratings. Oko mo website ankasa kra na the area ho ni se sisia na se Ghana the akwa ni se isikasem in short now I to say a credit I say now Fitch downgrades Ghana's outlook from stable to negative. International economic rating firm Fitch has downgraded Ghana's long-term foreign currency issuer default rating IDR to negative from stable. Fitch has affirmed the IDR at B. According to the latest Fitch report, the negative rating reflects the significant deterioration in public finances as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and the delays by the government to roll out its fiscal consolidation efforts. These developments, per the report, have reduced Ghana's ability to absorb further shocks for an extended period. The report also cites the lack of a clear majority in parliament following the December 2020 elections as a factor that increases the risk of fiscal slippages. The B rating reflects the high public debt level and low revenue base, which means that Ghana's debt affordability metrics will remain markedly weaker than rating peers over the rating horizon. This is balanced against Fitch's expectation on a recovery in economic performance and stabilization of debt GDP and the ready availability of external and domestic financing. And let me quote what the report says. Public finances remain the key rating weakness for Ghana. After achieving a general government deficit on a commitment base below 5% of GDP in 3 years prior to 2020, the deficit widened to 11.5%. And they say a GDP 11.5% of GDP following the approval of a mid-year supplementary budget that contained an additional 3% of GDP in COVID-19 related spending. portions of the report, end of quote, portions of the report said. It added, and I quote again, when arrears clearance and support for the financial and energy sectors are added, the cash deficit reached an estimated 14% of GDP. We forecast a significant fall in the cash deficit of 8.3% of GDP by 2022. By this remains well above the 2022 median of 4.8%. Post-pandemic recovery spending will keep government expenditure high compared with historical levels. We expect a recovery in government revenue, but note that Ghana has structurally low domestic revenue mobilization when compared with peers. Manicho. Wow.
I think it's an unfortunate one, but just like
into your GDP before COVID, now 5%.
Yes.
And now unze supplementary budget the parliament COVID nearby say aban say parliament man kwan no spend sikani bi nka ho because of COVID. Enti ye de ko na chesa increase a gross domestic product from 5% no, because ye the supplementary budget ekoye no na contain additional 3% of GDP. And a GDP ko jina 11.5%.
Yeah.
And now say Ghana no Yesikasem in terms of revenue mobilization, or say Ghana structurally your low domestic revenue mobilization, say compared to other countries, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, any idea. Yesika
what can tireless in missing phone now? They don't technically they don't
type missing phone tireless carpenters in chia. I just only buying her contract. Near Siko Yunko school for Ansana carpenter near chia or more board time so near day.
And no crown sometimes they under declared labor.
Yeah.
So you see carpenters say no more crown so are they in the
it's almost a mobilization.
Beyond that, and so say you want to be in wanting people are not working for you to take taxes. Sorry from them. Chroma say taxes na DBBA, but if the people don't have the jobs,
you to pay from source.
Exactly. Tax from source. State tax na dey better
tax.
Yes, into virtually they are rich. Once you work in the we no money aje. America say what if you cry no we money because when you $3 cry mo 20 cents wom. I mean that's how well it is. Someone was telling me say when you about or expect 1,500 every 9,000. I mean see no there. Like we keep saying, we say we read here. It's supposed to happen. Tanoka said it's bound to happen. The whole African area, you can see that all will be downgraded. But the truth here is that ours is getting worse. Once I get to GDP, no, now we're hovering around the 70s. Once I say I do 80, we are just around 80. Now, World Bank funds to say from 77 going, it means the economy is weak. It doesn't even attract investors to come into your country. Into as much as possible. No, Obibeka said, how does this translate to food on our tables? We agree that every Ghanaian should not be so much fixated with this one, but when soon investor confidence
who flow to shares because I say a credit no I say first now credit here now say so credit
the chance of you paying back near and it's not there now your spending also it's very it's higher sometimes so
I'm saying spending sika more than the
exactly exactly because I mean with presidential travels now you see how it's why people sometimes get worried with it. So can your brain if he's the president of Ghana, but it looks like it doesn't look all that gloomy. That some financial experts are talking in this direction that who the infant but financial experts can say massa your GDP near the end you are losing out. It looks very bad. I'm particularly not too happy with some of these things. I've always said that my joy with some of these things, the entire Zimbabwe, and we are okay.
Lord Mensah. Lord Mensah said Fitch negative downgrade will have enormous economic repercussions.
When more Legon, it's a
lecture or Legon.
No, I
say very bad for Ghana.
Exactly. Investor confidence ability to access credits will not be a good one. The reason why I see there's when you brought the Baumia together with I got a bit attached to it because reading some of these reports I get worried because
why do you get worried?
No, because he's a financial economic guru. When it comes to this thing, I don't think anybody can understand it better than him. Technically in Ghana, why to the doctorate level, and you know how well he's vested in this. So when that confidence about our GDP, our debts and co have been mentioned, that he should get worried that we are not in a good standing. They be like I say when soon abroad at the end and also foreign investors. These are some of the indicators that they look at. You see a problem that sometimes you don't even need them to tell us that unemployment is on the ascendancy. We need to create avenues to find job for people so that at least we can take some of the taxes, even at the ports in the end. So we know some of these things going on there. I remember very well, ex-president Atamels had to go there, and he was so disappointed in some of the things in there, and I don't think much has changed. We need to get more revenue and reduce our spendings. We are building a very negative future. The negatives are getting too much, so I think the connoisseurs, when they say micro and deeper economics, that don't go and they should put pen to paper, and at least worst cases from the opposition should be telling us how to recover some of these things, because there's COVID, all right, but let's hope COVID started to say quite better little improvement, little to very good improvement. And sir, we start to, because COVID might not just go today. So how do you mobilize resources so that you keep your country going and make yourself viable? America have been hit, but they are still surviving above the waters. So that is where my little problem is. I would love to hear the Ken Oforiatta together with me speak on some of these things, not for antagonize them, but because they are the custodians of our economy, so that we can have some positivity. But you see, and there from this
and assurances
from them, from this Fitch report now, Ghana needs to get a bit worried.
Accountability in this country is very poor. Everyone does anything and goes scot-free. It's sad. If the agreement was not worthwhile, why not cancel it, but wait to get to this stage when nothing can be done but pay money? Another judgment that
they cancelled it. Cancelled it around 2016, 2017, and
effective. He was even mentioned.
But he said he was not the one. So the truth is that you need cabinet to cancel such a high profile
contract.
You can't take a
now you agree with me that it's a high profile contract. We shouldn't. Which the attorney
no, but I wanted us to be sure we all have on the same level with high profile.
Which the attorney general shouldn't avoid, shouldn't forget.
Yeah, but it's not just him.
Should have on his.
Not just him. I'll give him 60%.
Yeah, on the Cassandra because at the top of your list in all kind of. Okay. The next message. Another judgment that looming over our already burdened heads. I think this one, the president should make all those involved pay with their own money. This is getting too much. Negligence is becoming unbecoming. Mami aba edie the ebaye couple of messages too. Right from the start. Mami aba says, good morning guys. It's beautiful partly cloudy afternoon in Ghana. Welcome to another beautiful show. Kofi Asabre Nana Pumti saying Nadnesa Jomo greeted us by saying good morning. Eric say welcome Manuchua, salute. Wise sayings na eyabo eyodio no. Yeah.
Wise saying.
Opo, you are changing. Oh, these messages were old. Opo, you are changing the narrative of the argument. Allow Manucho to give us his analysis. Eric. On the message banner can no. So sourcing for contract in Ghana is limited to best 3 companies in that field. I'm surprised, Opo. You cannot go this one. Restricted sourcing for contract in Ghana is limited to 3 best companies in that field. Opo, you always go, so why not go? Opo, it's 3 p.m. already in Ghana. Okay, Mami Aba. So Eddie, no. I see 23 messages, but I don't see them on here. Manu, let's move on to the next topic and share the issue of
fake
medicine in Ghana. Fake medicine in Ghana. A very damning story when I was reading them, like, and Mensgold customers.
Yes.
And so a story. I think you want to tackle that one first. Okay, medicine in influ or never Mensgold maybe. Yeah, 30% of medicines in Ghana are fake or substandard, and no any reporter here. Esia na min sunum.
Be na mka say America radio say why I didn't America say.
Then the no vaccine na oka.
The way Ghana vaccine me.
30% of medicines in Ghana are fake or substandard. Dr. Maxwell Antwi. On say me problem nti ana make say I'm a worse more kind man for dinner time close ag for dinner time ni ade no. Sometimes enye the sellers o.
Yeah.
Are given the opportunity in Kombesa.
Yes, of course.
But it is the institutions, the FDA.
Yeah,
FDA. And it's EPA. Those institutions that are
supposed vibrant institutions.
Because human consumption things na moshaso.
All the oil so for me a chow. Tibeti oil.
Oh God.
My catch us that I'm trying to face mask. You be a report. It takes 400 years to decay.
Yeah,
we should find a way to dispose them very, very well. But Ghana,
Dr. Maxwell Antwi says medicines in the country are either fake or substandard. He said price of penicillin in Ghana is 7 times that on the NHS in the UK.
Yeah, national health scheme.
He noted fake medicines market is worth over 400 billion. Wow. Dr. Maxwell Antwi, country director Farm Access Ghana, has disclosed that about 30% of medicines in Ghana are either fake or substandard. According to him, Ghana's medicine market faces multiple complex challenges because there are issues of inventory management, forecasting, the value chain is fragmented, payment to medicine suppliers are rarely on time, and lack of quality service control. Speaking at the launch of access to financing for charge facilities on the Med for All platform in Accra, Dr. Antwi made it known that these challenges lead to frequent stock out, poor quality and high prices of medicines in the market. And I quote him, the price of penicillin in Ghana is 7 times that on the NHS in the UK. While this has negative implications for healthcare facilities and legitimate pharmaceutical manufacturers and suppliers, it is the patients in Ghana who pay the ultimate price. An estimated 30% of medicines in Ghana are fake or substandard, leading to treatment failures, negative side effects, antimicrobial resistances, and spread of diseases and unnecessary deaths. End of quote. Dr. Maxwell Antwi noted that fake medicine data is something that happens across the globe, but Ghana, it is overwhelming. Did we know that the fake medicines market is worth over 400 billion, which is more profitable than narcotics? He quizzed. Dr. Antwi said the fake and substandard medicines within the African continent result in the deaths of over 100,000 patients. He added, due to Ghana's low credibility rate of fake and substandard medicines, the United Nations has been forced to shoot a documentary of fake and substandard medicine in Ghana. Though his data, Dr. Antwi said, Church and Farm Access have been able to put in place some mechanisms to deal with fake and substandard medicines in the country through Med for All platforms. He explained, he explained the facilities on the Med for All platform were not of equal size, so based on the consumption forecast for medicine, all of them could access quarterly consumption medicines and the value of it at no interest. And I quote him again. We have also mentioned the issue of equity because we want to drive it in such a way that people do not over order. To ensure that everybody has a piece of cake, we would stick with the quarterly consumption that the providers or health facilities need, and this will be resolved every quarter. End of quote. Manucho Ghana no aye deba. Na osi Africa continent no. Enubone inura enye papa enye nubone say narcotics o. Fake drugs. Man for kwa yebeton because omu piska ekum nipa over 100,000. Afibiao ekum nipa over 100,000. Now oche say Ghana de ese fake drug no. Krobia won kakran na Ghana de ye overwhelming. And it is worth over 400 billion euros, so saying.
Euros.
Yeah.
Over the world. You see, it's a cause for concern.
And Ghana nura ye nom no o hamo bu pe aduasan ye.
Yes.
30%.
It's a cause for concern.
That's a staggering number.
Yeah, it's not saying near Kasa, and I'm happy the way you said it. There are 2 gatekeepers, and I've got about gatekeepers. A Food and Drug Board, not Ghana Standards Authority. These 2 institutions are supposed to be the custodians of our borders when it comes to food or drugs entering the country. But okay, Lady Bina, attorney. Yes, I'm a lawyer because of $100,000.
$100,000.
That is when people even came to a realization that most of the people in there are even pushing crusaders for this.
They go there, they think of making money. They don't think of the wealth of the people.
Exactly, because such sensitive places are. You should even owe it us. And Sunday, sorry, I mean on the lighter side, but sometimes. No, but you should have a conscience. And
now man can't say one of the preachers say 30% of Ghanaians Christians no mo kwaso no kra ye papa ka Ghana.
Best sir.
You better say
I agree. And the replaying effect will be more. It will share as some way now. You see, he mentioned some. Anka say sikasem adem kran kan yehwe. But we share the paragraph now kind now say leading to treatment failures, negative side effects, antimicrobial resistances and spread of diseases and unnecessary deaths. You see how no because nipa no be fail do na be do baby no na ye adwuma biom. No, I resistant to it. Not we're quite super spreader. Then it's causing other mayhem. Sometimes little things like this, what dream one, but saying effect are so enormous on the society or the system that 30% of drugs that enter into the system. You see, and unfortunately, never been to say because of the national health insurance in there. Most of what drone you don't even get it. My joy is the last bit some of the 2 ones I made for all platforms. I'm hoping that they will make it available. See, I will draw which may Google Ashe. And all about 2 one we say drone here papa and I say papa. Because that is only how we can help ourselves.
And the doctors too, they have links with these pharmaceutical giants. In tomorrow recommend you droma patients to make money.
Exactly.
Only man no crowd me ba.
Oh yes.
Because school me biology. And I'm
oh yeah, my brother is a pharmacist.
Yeah. And I'm and me say I was shocked. Even drugs. In America,
there are 2 drugs. Why would the person ninya malaria? Why would the person say camoquin or antiquin? There should be a reason. If I na down for repping and down for in China and bon common kakra.
I learned just be right. How many scientists and how many doctors and drone bar. But the difference in say I had no for the most part here.
Oh yeah, of course.
They
should pass the basic test.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, they are brands. For him to recommend this brand for you, there should be a special reason. Say, memo antacid, or we it comes with those differences of having a rep. That's why these pharmaceutical companies, they pay people to go around.
And they are rich, super rich.
They go around to go and see the doctors, go and to the pharmacy shops now, make sure they are displayed near there just for that way. No? But sometimes human lives are involved. Into the only way, which is not bad. We will not say that marketing is bad, merchandising is bad. That is how the world revolves. Say products and I say, the 2 of them no be offer. Anyone, my woman, maybe no one could be said, you have this product. I believe that they should merchandise it. But the point here is that the Food and Drugs Authority na total control say a drubia okromo. It has gone through the system. They be catch us America crap, but that matter. But even people tell you that there are some shops who are quite careful because they be remember. But here the end they be bothersome. We make it look like the Pacronia products and even make some madam for your person the sardine from Morocco called Ghana. Frustration of fame no jai. So it has gotten to the point that those who are ready to pay are given opportunity to bring, because how will somebody bring a product and who I already say a container not the banana nyame gumni be $20,000. Is ready to come and give you $50,000 as bribe.
Yeah.
What should they tell you? That they gumni a fake to efficacy in one. Because a draw BS, we talk about efficacy.
Yeah.
You have to test it and be sure that a draw way they are about 60-70% okay for people to take. Now the victims become the ordinary Ghanaian. Because most of these drugs will find their way onto the mutual health insurance scheme or the national health insurance scheme. He will go to the or the Brahabo pharmacy shop near their manu. Now but it's going to form a deposit in him and kill the person inadvertently. Invariably, those are some of the problems that we are facing as a country. I think when the doctors who have done research like this are talking, we need to take it serious. It looks like Ghana. No, one time I'm in UK, because UK in Ghana, the difference we all first idea, but you realize that when it got to research, they don't joke with it. They put in money to say, me research into this. Then they will give you money to do a proper research. once you are able to impress, they'll give you money to even do it at the doctorate level. That is the level that they take their research to. That's why they survive. Abani vote money to them, or make sure bring your research topics. If they are, you impress them, they almost cannot research, you know. But Ghana, you did
Manu, a research na say penny for no. Any people who are supposed to do better don't do better. They only focus on money.
It's all encompassing. Okay, you know, painful which should do better not doing. Fix yourselves in the bin. But Mr. Median say like this research work it's huge and can say be a standard authority and a ban fa. No, the agent say, you know what, 30% of drugs in our system are fake. And I'm happy he answered all the questions out there that and Ghana po until one can say Ghana pay. It's a cartel.
Yeah.
The whole world over no.
But Ghana overwhelming.
Yeah, one fake drug to survive. And I know because 90 they don't want COVID vaccine now. They HIV to me here. No because I share. One quite then. Even battery near them, but say you'll be better my battery last 1 year, but Obama never last 2 months. What to be because the system should be running. So we agree that there's a whole cartel on we fake drugs, but we need to keep our borders at least close to. There is why sometimes I understand you. Say a chair information, I can say 90 million, say 20. We go back to even verify because 21 to 90 million. That's not a difference, but because we are sharing information. It's the same way it comes into our drug industry. Say, Masa, if you're able to eliminate one fake drug in the system, you've saved more than 100 lives.
Yeah.
Sana see in your as a country. So because now 30% they sank yehu. It could be you, it could be your grandfather. People have died. Mortality rate in Ghana is very high.
Yeah.
Because sometimes sometimes the Omeka say they are not with the Ghana. But we are dying because we are running at the drugs you are being given. It's rather giving you more problems.
Yeah,
it's rather making you
side
resistant.
Effects near the
more resistant. The virus become more resistant. So Rome no who was a fake or the placebo.
Placebo effect. Yeah.
Sometimes that is how we are running our system. And sometimes some of these drugs, it be our immunity co-form. So you need them to boost it. We agree human body has been made sick that body now fighting. What
can we do?
We need institutions to start working. Sometimes institutions, and the institutions means that to the doorstep of the government. Sometimes where I agree with you that I'm gradually shifting from blaming individuals to blaming institutions. So because say Food and Drugs Authority, they have a mandate. Now more allow fake drugs to enter into the system. Unfortunately for the politician, he will try to justify by going to equalize. On your platform and it's first you should move away from that narrative. That's what I believe now, because the problem now says if the drugs are fake in the system, it behoves on Food and Drugs Authority and Ghana Standards Authority. First, and I shall say there, but still we should keep the standards should be there before you enter the system. This A, B, C, D should be there. But one man, that's why the next principle na first yeji the cranpo yasa boegu. We rendered that him powerless for him to be doing some of these things, because one of the biggest problems you're having is the Food and Drugs Authority. We can't trust the drugs coming into the system. At this point, who do you blame? He says, an authority. I say a binding pono can't touch them, because there's a lawyer, there's a pharmacist, there's a doctor, there's a lab technician, there's this. We are competent in your fields of jurisdiction. And about them say, go and give it to well-meaning companies. Don't even tell them where it is coming from, and make sure they test it. Sometimes come from Babru Chimbe. Nibia, Monfadia no na clandestinely. Monfan plane from US. Na Monbrambe. Obi so the tin tomatoes ba Ghana. Muni baby efi. Monfan money mun team go chance. Na monfan bra America say mon test my. That is the level we dey drag eba. We can have a very good database for people to trust the system. Let's say you don't even know. Some of us you use basic principles. Some drugs from some countries we don't take them.
Okay.
Me no na me use to, but other drugs so no board day.
So with this
too expensive.
With this alarming news, starting and check your dryer as basic safety for Ghana for muti and
that should be it. But sometimes the price you can't even buy. You see, you have to check it. But the truth here is
that see the price of penicillin.
Yeah, it's 7 times.
Yeah,
that's in the UK. Now show more minimum wage. Now show you dear. You see, our country is so sometimes. Sometimes I wonder.
So why does that happen? And can we put in some checks, sir? a draw because UK now we are drawn a quarter free or ban. Because penicillin yeah Ghana, say for UK, right?
Yeah, but I'm sure
your Ghana version.
Yeah, maybe I'm the penicillin. I'm not sure it is too. That's still crowd penicillin, but it's unconventional down. Yeah, you see. But maybe give an example of the whole thing that this is how it is. But Mr. Bekacho say, you see, it's a whole chain that taxes where duty homogeneity comes into play. Because last time we saw Otoka had 2,000, this is also 1,000. They could do Ghana of 5,000 as duty. Then you begin to ask yourself is that all there is to it? Most of the problems you are having in the system of expensive wage is there because of the duty. But that will be analysis. Shem say minimum wage in Ghana no 2 days as what you have to a gallon of fuel. 2 days, but Chroma say a gallon of fuel, an hour of work for the most minimal jobs, which you have to buy 2-3 gallons because it's just about $2.80. And I say, BB, then you begin to ask yourself that why are we in that system? That's a one team. Maybe the way we say saying the few ones now, we should check the efficacy and make sure that it's working well. We all agree that the good ones are in there, nobody. But and you'll be an obit to me at all. So should the person go and die? Why wouldn't you say the person needs the drug badly? What's the chroma? Mun check preventive health. Mun check therapy. Be asymptomatic. Tell me uncle Fedro, uncle Yesi. Who be so big crazy? I then cause diabetes. I'm a kidney failure. Full grown people, but they don't even know. And they're creating more problems. The few people in some point, my imagine say much more is one normal training also. I'm call FM station they don't give them the airtime.
And then let me share news items. All the media stations, the broadcast stations, some more Ghana. Now, in general, maybe say Sentienya Deno. We are bano. Now more epic. You see, you share issue be a who here and an anabi a year abonoaha. This issue is very important.
Very, very important.
The life of the people of Ghana. In I see a ton war Ghana a German so a 30% a fake. And no news station. And I'm all can wasem.
Inform you see, I know a dynamic actress, and when you now start somewhere commercial radio, they've thrown a text to the wind.
Yeah.
Virtually GTV will listen to GTV because they're telling you that what I won't boat tico. I saw you straight.
Yeah.
Now the casa no. Yes, but when they are speaking, you can see some level of discipline. Say it's almost your institution. You can say thank you very much. One can thank you back. That but tico and I say baby. But yeah. We will say hey, thank you. That's a pass. Fine, they are basics. But the point is that you realize that sometimes I don't listen. I tell you that are these newsworthy? Chrome said it's always about prime time news. And no Nebeka. BBC say no
but on news
segments.
Your bulletin no.
Yes.
Your untina say mo best at news except on headlines no.
Yeah.
And your news items in Aniaka. You read the
salient top ones
or top ones.
Yes.
So this is a very serious issue. Very serious one.
The few times I've listened to news, I'm like superfluous. As I'm not can because I new journal, so I just add words. And they are the most.
What I am sure I say Menzgold as customers Omar Rania Kushia. But before that, Parliament to pass stringent law to fight activities of LGBTQI bagmen. I say Parliament, it's in the process. I'm over also more ding. Punishable near the Omsi Parliament are in the process. Quick one on that now. Menzgold answer over here the Japan issue.
It's interesting. I mean, I'll wait for it to roll for me to really see. But we shouldn't leave holes. And I'm just a criminal code on when in 1960.
Speaker of Parliament Agyapong Babin says urgent actions are being taken to pass a stringent law to nip the activities of LGBTQI+ and other groups in the bud in Ghana. According to him, stakeholder consultations are ongoing and the results will feed into a bill that will eventually be passed into law by the 8th Parliament. Responding to a petition sent by one Emmanuel Abankwakese, a political activist in the Eastern region, appealing to Parliament to amend our human rights law to fight activities of LGBTQI+ and their presence in Ghana. The Speaker, in a letter dated 15th May 2021, said he appreciated the concerns raised by the petitioner. He further stated that the phenomenon should not be encouraged or accepted by our society due to its eventual negative impact on society. urgent actions are being taken to pass a law to eventually nip the activities of these groups in the bud. Stakeholder consultations are ongoing, and the results will feed into a bill that will eventually be passed into law by Parliament.
It's an interesting one. You see, the truth is that most of our laws on LGBTQ advancement in the 1960 criminal code, if there's the need, and I think rules are meant for men, laws are for men to sanitize society. Yeah. Some women say they need to really revamp and get them done. That's their job, to really get some of these things done. At least the first step is getting the laws in place. Then the next step is that I think that some of these activities beyond the just passing the laws.
They say, why are people always running to Parliament and petitioning Parliament? Is it because of the 37 we're talking about?
I think that I think it's a phenomenon that some of these laws, that's the best way.
Banking sector, to Parliament, and then you have a couple of Ex-Menzgold customers run to Speaker for help.
Yeah, I think that it's allowed in our constitution for them to really look at some of these things. So once they've not breached anything, I agree in principle that at least it should not be a talk shop. It should, because assurances are not enough. You have to see something in the pipeline. Maybe they wanted to do it before they come out. And because we can't say no careful, then the influences begin to come in there. You embolden them to come and influence. See, they should be firm. Bring up the laws, then we can begin to talk about it. But maybe say some of these addictions there, it's not just about the laws. You make sure that the causes and effects are also dealt with properly. I've always maintained that most of these habits are formed now at early ages, and so we need to really discuss them at those levels and make sure we imbibe our cultural attributes into them. I mean, this is Ghana, this is a country. If you think you can't live there, you have the right to live. But to think you can perpetuate some of this your negative vibes in there, I wouldn't do it. And I always say don't find the joy in having another man. But if our society don't want it, we need to understand. If you get to Dubai, you get to those places, you need to understand that the society doesn't want it. We need to understand that the society doesn't. Of course, I'm speaking as in that regard. So if it's accepted, it's another story. But
no, understand. So yeah, understand. You need to
understand. You made my understand. Oh, so the story me understand it. But I think it's a call in the right direction. I think that our laws are very grey in those areas. The Sobia petitioner is a good one. We need to rally around the flag and get it sorted. I mean, in that regard, this is Ghana. We are talking about Ghana, and we don't want to accept it. I mean, you can go elsewhere to go and practice. I don't have a problem. You know, America near there. We are living peacefully. But if our society don't want it, I think it's a step in the right direction.
Danko African Market, Kankalaba 785 Main Street, Brabeduja, Neton Hahama, Nekosho Dudu Nanom, Nenya Ahwading, Niamanefu, Tradian Chawade, Rashida Financial Services, Sikasemno, Eno here, Papa. Abrabona ye bono kakrana binyano to Mishasuya, na a secure future nama BBC. Nanya Fina, you are caught wanting. Anunti Freyenu Aba Rashida, na Enon Kasa. 781-354-3060 na oba utie me na no pay me ba cho ko Dr. Kwame Amponsa ho na on show Ghanaian doctor a gynecologist so na on sisio say obstetrician na on show na ohuntumi nto na fan cell primary doctor. The reason why I keep emphasizing and stressing on this is because one, or Ghana ni otokasa so until you feel comfortable too. So it's Yanko Vernon Medical Center building na on Vernon Street ni so a hospital no na sheshe Dr. Kwame Amponsa any Vernon Women's Health Services our suite number 312 na eni omunkasa na omusun tumi mo no mo show na bibia tumi konkan omo adaruma na edi djumedi brom manu Ex-Menzgold customers run to Speaker for help. Now, the coalition of former Menzgold customers on Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021, called on the Speaker of Parliament, Alban S.K. Barbin, to ask him to help them retrieve their locked-up funds with the now defunct company. The leader of the 10-man delegation, Isaac Nyako, expressed worry about the impact of the closure of Menzgold on customers and their families, adding that the banking sector cleanup did not help matters. Customers of Menzgold have been unhappy they were not included in a bailout, just like other companies that were licensed by the Security and Exchange Commission and collapsed with a written letter because their operations were contrary to their terms of their license.
It's an interesting one, and I think they have the right to also petition for this thing to be discussed. I think when it comes to Menzgold matter, it's a huge one, and I can't do it in 2 minutes, but maybe stick to this very one, because there are two schools of thought that when they started engaging in, they gave them license, they were advertising in Ghana, come and buy. I think all the security agencies all saw it. But other school of thought is that at a point in time, they came out to tell them that it is a scam and people should stop saving there and stuff like that. I remember Ken Oforiatta even also said it, that they don't have the requisite to be trading in gold in Ghana. So people should be careful putting their monies there. And most of the people, they didn't listen to the extent that we've gotten to where we are. Where I get a bit hurt and worried is that government decided to close them down without any proper due diligence in terms of how to get the people to get their monies back. I mean, people always have their own schools of thought. I said, "Nana grada DAB Ghana." And I said, "So we be scam me." And I say, "Ojai penny ya leeway near manako." We need to have stringent measures, because I've always maintained that if Nana Mensah was a scammer, we need to, at the loss of Ghana, Attorney General Neadiano, prepare a very good case and get the man jailed. If it's not true, then the system should have made you run. Because, like I say, maybe in activities in an area bonnet or due diligence was not made, there should have been a proper lay down procedure to save the people. Give him time that pay the people their monies off and close down. Nobody should go and put the money there again. But your Rambo style now, or the kind of chin still no. Yentume yemba any fruition. I say it leaves a lot to be desired. It looks like the man went to the mouth of the lion, cut the tongue, and walked away freely. And it's still not in a good light. People have died, people have had strokes near there, because at the end of the day, because say a mom will cramp the anchor. But when wunya stroke and I say wunya it's more painful. That the sanka we all die. That is not a punishment due to some of these activities. But the other side is that people who are alive, people who have lost their businesses, who have lost, and they are Ghanaians who did some of these businesses. I think the man walking freely on the surface of the planet makes it a bit difficult. It's not a bad one. They've petitioned some of these right courtesans. Let's see how it goes. I personally think that there are two sides of this coin. Either the man is made to pay their monies to them, or he's made to face jail time. The only reason that makes it difficult is that government decided to put a heavy hand on the business. So once you're putting that hand, the man will always fight back that everything was fine till you decided to do it. So why did you do it when you knew very well that you couldn't also pay them back? For me, it's more like a cow, chicken and egg situation here. So let's see what Parliament can do in that regard. Whichever way we need. Once you started, we need to come to a conclusive end. One thing I love about this country, you can decide not to start. Yeah. But once you start a process, it should be ended with you winning or you failing. But it looks like it
wasn't a sustainable venture.
I agree and disagree, because life, everything is a gamble. Because once you decided to go for 10% for Skabeji, it was always a big gamble. Because me deciding not to do it was also a gamble. As a gamble that you had more money, not to Fianca, Manichu, Nijimie, offer 200 million brana, ye money win 1 year. She said, she said, Mufie. The same way me decided, I didn't have from second shame. I have my 200 million actually. So if somebody believes in the school of thought that it was a gamble you took, so if you've lost money, may I agree perfectly. The other side I disagree to is that in Chroma say I'm where Powerball near there are a lot of bets and lotto companies for Chroma say they fight for equity. Obi winning kwandia, obi winning $1 million na there. Who deny the man who to me can say you took a gamble near the entity, because institutions are supposed to have checks and balances. So what he was doing, say if it was done in the cover, I suppose say maybe some cocaine and I say weed or Ghana. Me kwayena say police for redo and answer your family sika. It's an illegal business, and I can't even cry. You're coming to me so, but the way the Menzgold business went about, I think both governments and DC and MPP, they should tell us more than they are telling us. I don't think Nana Pia did this thing in the cover. Then he swindled everybody, including even the governments in Ghana, where people feel that I'm a Ghanaian, I'm the banker. Then it's as good as telling me I'm still having a risk. But I'm believing that Zenith Bank, a bank in the I'm gonna say that financial sector cleanup not survive, Say me car, they will help me to retrieve my money. That is why I go to put my money there. Because that's what we are made to believe. Say GN Bank they were made to collapse because they could not meet the financial threshold. So that is how systems work. Until before anybody can establish in Ghana, there should be that cushioning. That in how would the citizenry enjoy? That is that part too. Omomoka said they were greedy and blah blah. They should think about. Because since I want also one man who say that Sanchez actually I catch you say you were greedy. Why did you go and put your money in the bank? I don't think that we should encourage some of these things. Whichever way, a citizen must be protected some way somehow.
Okay, Unity Radio 1039. Now, me try say me Canada. Also Canada Japan, you know.
Yes.
Now address it UPSA for.
Yes.
A long tape.
UPSA.
UPSA. Yeah. It's about almost 1 hour speech. Me who say Kennedy crowd when your crowd decided it was a very wonderful program.
Wow.
All start here Kasano no cross it be that. This is the first time in his 61-year life.
Yeah, and
it was a very big auditorium. Wow. Very big auditorium and fully loaded filled up people. Yeah, and yeah, quite now. And
going for
or you saw in the live story to inspire the youth.
Yes.
Say you're penning for bogus.
Yes.
But just like you said this morning,
yes.
that was the inspirational point. Say
exactly.
We've got to work hard, do something for ourselves,
exactly.
Make something where there is nothing, and move on with our lives. Because MPP, NDC, or the CPP cracker home, also bogus.
Yes.
They are better also at the the Macron. And now say we don't live for each other. Say who say life near ecosystem, upon national needs manucho. Because show
of course.
I need you for us to do a show. You need a host. But Osi Ghana yin live sa.
Oh yeah, sure.
Obia betena kunya no so a ono ne bottom ne maame ne papa. We don't police in here.
The reason is my mentor because I saw it. So at the point in time, I just wanted to get out of the kitchen.
Osi say youth na e banama. Sisi owu kura ope because we who say NBA Ghana and the Ghanaian youth is becoming enlightened, wiser, vigilant by the day. And they timi putu kase no me MPP ni kura ban no say na so ye me wasi nani je nya mpanimfo na wo kan no ho by youth no. So he's happy that when he dies today he can foresee the future Ghana will have maybe in the
Ghanaian why would that crowd go there? Because they believe in his message.
Ghana web me who say Canada auditorium so I just want to read and see where the program was held because the auditorium is very big. Ghanaian politician Canada Japan has stated the two major political parties in Ghana are the reason the country has not been able to improve despite strides made by most sectors. The MP for Asin Central, who was addressing the youth at a conference held at the UPSA main auditorium, stressed
University way IPS
no
way or University of Professional Studies.
IPS
University of
Institute of Professional Studies.
University.
University. Okay.
Auditorium.
Main auditorium. So first name Institute of Professional IPS. UPS was. Hey, and almost school no auditorium near big.
Oh yes, they have a very huge one.
Very huge one. Now the MP for Asin Central, who was addressing the youth at a conference held at the UPSA main auditorium, stressed that it is because of the two dominating political parties that the country remains divided. According to him, when in opposition, when opposition, the politician throws dust into the eyes of the public to convince them not to buy into the idea of the good works of the governing party because of their selfish nature. He stressed that the politicians must learn to criticize each other, irrespective of party affiliation, to develop the country. NDC, MPP, and CPP, we are all bogus. We are all polarizing the country, and it's about time we speak.
He's a what friend man work as a last. But that's the beauty. That's
it's about time. He stressed that the politicians must learn to criticize each other irrespective of party affiliation to develop the country. NDC, MPP, and CP, we are all bogus. We are polarizing the country, and it's about time we speak and criticize ourselves and make sure we change the destiny of this country. He added, I live for you, so you live for your brother too. That's the only way we can change the destiny of this country, like the ecosystem.
Yes.
He admitted that there are good things being done in this country. You get to your opponent to turn it. You get to your opponent to turn it around and to destroy the good intention of what you want to do. That must stop. We must move this country forward. Agyapong's rage comes after the some cardiothoracic surgeons struggle to raise funds to travel and study the disease. He said, doctors, they crack their brains, work, study, and they don't pay them. They don't pay them well.
Yeah.
They wanted just 11,000 to come and man this facility, and they don't have it. For 1 year, 7 doctors can't afford 11,000 each. I gave them time. I gave them times 7 of the money, so they use the rest for other things. The business man has cut the sweat for the construction of an 80-bed cardiothoracic center at the 37 military hospital for 4 million.
Yeah.
Very sad. Now Omunyaska,
yes,
11,000 for 7 doctors.
Wow.
Also Omaomo times. I see Omaomo scan saying they wanted just 11,000 to come and man this facility, and they don't have it for 1 year. 7 doctors can't afford 11,000 each. I gave them times 7.
I like the way my mentor goes about it. Another point in so we are cheap.
Yeah.
But
also almost 7. Until they wanted 7,000, he gave them times 7.
To do what? I said, buy it, and I said, no, the bed.
No, no more person will see
a cardiothoracic
center. Yeah, and they needed 7 doctors. Necessarily,
okay.
Yes. 7 of them, $11,000 for a year.
Wow. To go and learn
about
buying
yeah.
The heart surgery.
Heart surgeons. Into Japan almost times 7.
Times 7 for them to go and have
some more money.
I think this man should be considering being a president. I mean, he has his flaws, but
me who's a Canada Japan Kasanya big audience say that.
A world space, well,
yeah, and then people go on him for MPs near. Don't invite top dignitaries.
Exactly. And first birthday.
Yeah, and this is
talk and I say and it's an inspiring one. I mean, very inspiring. Sometimes I want to to concentrate on the positives from this. Don't say one man because of the political way,
undertone into
and also say biases into then people begin to roll in there. They should talk to the president first now there, because we see some of the travels now there has been put under the radar of a lot of opulence being displayed now there. But the truth is that let's look at the substance. My joy is that people are ready to go and listen to some of these inspiring messages that Ghana be do. We need to take our destinies into our own hands. But my maker say sometimes we try picture be there too. We just to denigrate the presidency and answer the government. Look at the other side too. That somebody who lives in a forest all around a village can complain that doesn't have a chair to sit on. Who says how much does it take to have a chair? We need to be getting into those realms. I agree. The government say a lot of things to come to power. Into mobile, you expect a lot from them. Sometimes they lie through their teeth, because at the end of the day, like you said, polarity. Ghana is highly polarized because I have the power, I have everything. You don't have the power, you have nothing. Sometimes the level of opulence and off power within 2 years. Some of these kind of CEOs say they don't plan carefully. You don't even understand.
Yeah,
you see how they live when they are.
Obi's a minimal reason. Because they know after 8 years they will come.
They will come back to enjoy the money. Because yes, sir, you can see the level of maybe a Jumbo Democrat. You bet you we are when they go into position less than 4 years, then it's here around there soliciting for money near there, which is not bad. But sometimes they should get sustainable stuff. Farms near there too, so that they can be feeding off it. Because at the end of the day, they are not produce. We and this way MPP, I think the food or we other way and conform. So for Kennedy, he stated it that the youth should stop looking at the political coloration for their own betterment. Think of how you can also have. Exactly.
So we have to begin to do things for ourselves.
Because the truth is that when 2 people are standing here, they are the same people, same stock. The only difference is the colors that they wear. And I don't think the colors have any difference on their conscience or what they want to do. that's the direction we need to be moving. Say me time way because to share this, me pay way as because to share NPP. And way a good, way a bad. We need to leave those
trends. Dividing.
Exactly. Highly polarized. We divide in very, very well.
Yeah, show out Junuma Mawati as oh, NDC need a dear tracker now MPP. MPP need a dear tracker now NDC.
Why will you leave that world?
Parties nina say almost champion I Ghana.
Exactly.
Yes, you are Ghana for. So why would they be dividing us?
Yes, you are so stringent that we them penasem. Oh, I meeting voice for radio Korean way full. Yes, so NDC, yes, so MPP, and Oberton was, and you see, we need to move from there. Sometimes I think the FM stations are biggest losers too, because they decide to bring political people to come and discuss issues wearing their own lens. For some time, they started using the technocrats. Now they Lego let you be expecting a friend no can be okay. Or can you cry? Young fine doctor about drugs not being the efficacy of drugs in the system. Fakey, the traction. I remember when Professor Bedu Akosa also spoke about in drum body or mutine to me fibroid now because or your research being say and then it affects you because they're always putting chemicals into their hair and it sinks into themselves and they don't get that much needed attention I can. So for Kennedy, a word to a wise is enough. That be a do no. Men shout, oh, maybe MPP ni. Na say, the one you are not doing anything for yourself. But oh, and this MPP ni pe. Me who say no. Get a different outlook at the whole thing. You see the life as an example. Yeah, say the youth are now thinking about traveling because they looks like there's no hope. And they do baby so that the system is not even allowing people to be what they want to be. We expect, but whichever way, the rich in society now, Kennedy is doing his best. Sometimes, the reason why I respect him a lot in California, the slave queens now, there, your music there, but we should say that to bring the respect. Last time I can back in the fleet of cars to show there. Sometimes you ask yourself that Bill Gates, there no more. Do they show those ones? One very good or two very good cars. We will not tell you how to spend your money, but after having money, impacting society should be your next big thing.
Yeah.
You don't die and your name will even be missing. There's some people in Ghana who much show affluencers. If they go before me, I'm not even mentioning their name to make any serious discussions. In the midst of COVID, we don't even hear things that they are doing to alleviate people. Mr. Pfizer 10,000 I be one for TB. Sometimes it's painful, but hey, that is how we can only talk and expect inspire one or two people to take up the mantle to improve themselves. So I'll have time to listen to that 1 hour way and then come on. But for some reasons I like him a lot for some of these things. Last time on what can be say you need to train 1,000 of you know what I talk like I talk because I have money. If I don't have money, that's why
nobody will listen to me.
Exactly. And besides you'll be victimized.
You'll be maligned.
Yeah, you'll be maligned greatly. The reason I told you that politics now, people say they can't do politics because once you become you do politics deep, you have to be a sycophant. Say, oh, me MPP need there, but president plain or the two coin there and you cry. How many people can say it? Me NDC need there, but I think it's not a problem. Say president to travel with a private jet and a problem. So we start hearing people like this, then we should know that it's not easy to do politics. So because just and I say, I mean, what is wrong with it? Or two coin auntie, uncle funny and your papa. But me and this, but I think it's okay. You see, so we enter those realms. We have a big problem, but you should inspire your own self, impact your own little space, and I believe it will go a long way to transcend and help others too.
Unity Radio 1039 Anopa Bosuo so na wasugu auti ura Kennedy okopre kwa Agyapong and our kasa NDC ni MPP omunyina mo bogus. They create division in the country. They don't live for one another. Anti Ghana mabuno no say ya mfa ya da chance yensem na ya anwene ya nkase abrabo ho na ya anye bibi ama ya ho na ya plan se ye bebobra papa bi ama ya ho na ye se ye betena ho atwen ye mpanimfo ne dia ene Ghana nkwala no ye wodache as I'm using that sarcastically say wodache. Most of my patients suffer extra pyramidal side effects, and because of that, even after recovery, they can't go back to their normal function and they become a burden to their families. This medication issue has been my headache ever since I decided to become a psychiatric nurse. Opo, it has been passionate. Also, Opo, it has been passionate plea to help my patients. Oh, such a good heart. You have such a Mamia Bankuman Manu.
Yeah, I know.
A drew semna ye kano. Or no ye jumo psychiatric nurse or Pantan government hospital. Na or say ebi mo nom adro no wi a na omanya extra pyramidal side effect nti omu ntumi get back to normal life the normal bed am omabusua in as much as she wants to help I don't obey.
Exactly. So it's difficult because these people know ADHD near because their brains are not connecting so well, so they need the drugs to calm them down. You know, but Ubakrum and Oko UK near there are few people who have really gone off because you antidepressants near there, you to me they brought more back to normal. But so if the drugs are fake and near there Kenya or they are not there for them. Inadvertently we are rather breeding monsters in the psychiatric homes near there. And some even get worse off than they went there. And come managing with film panka. Sometimes now then I say cycle a kwane be do one man not touch kakra now it's normal. But some of the drugs you are giving them are rather putting a lot of strain on their heads, and it's serious. Some of the problems I see today I'll be kinda no best syndrome now. The catchers it happened to me 2006. About 15 years down the line, the mistakes that we did, they are still persistent. This man is telling us that Masa, about 30% of the drugs in the system are fake. We give ourselves 10 years from now, you'll be surprised they'll tell us more than 50%. Boko drugstore lane or Accra, you marvel. You go beyond the counters, the sorts of things that they are doing over there. You ask yourself that what is even the license to sell some of these things? And that is the center. The center, the chroma say open drugs are, you know the systems you have to go through. A prescription drug somebody and they forget. You will not have access to it till you badly need it. And some crowd to me some cobium. By the end of the day, Oko drugstore in there, more so as and grandma called Marcos drugs they will come. If you are beshen is anam de kogum nam de mani panomonum. Some drugs must be kept under some temperature and pressure. You don't consider all those things. About man insulin, we say they are supposed to be under some temperature. So it's a bigger problem. That's I think the whole system. We need a refix, a quick refix, and things will go worse. And I mean, coming from the psychiatric department, it's a really dangerous one that we all should be worried. 508304939 you be phone lines no na mo adwumadi ni amodi madwun chere dia ba 508304939 508304939 betumi afre na do adwun chere dia ba ye dia sra kese Emma Nabiam Barbering Saloon. So person you no anim down now here fa bra Nabiam ho na NCSU na bibia nkonkan super ultra modern Barbering Saloon. Nabia Barbering say bra na onye ofefefe na onyu na bibia nso ntumi nkonkan. Main Street and your Penesiama store no na ebo ho pe. Walk-ins are welcome as well as appointment. Nabiam Barbering Saloon. Obema waluku keke fefefe na bibia nso atumi akọ enkan. Otanyenechi ena ene yedi jumedi edi ebrosanso ena yedi asida PSC pa edi ema anochi trading ni anochi cold store na ene manu choni mse titi enye ye titi enye ye ne papa right
yeah I think so so ne papa from na obetina ase ofie na basa ano anam ni nyina okoto titi na beche nam no titi bechenam
ene mekopa
ewo anochi trading eti program bi a wo ye bi abra anochi trading obeto nam ni nyina no ntwitwa ma ewo 54 Hamilton Street na bibia tumi konkan ope pompano fish pompano ope aponche ope udwan nantwie bibia daka bra na bejo nam ne fa your program any type of fish when you anochi trading any anochi cold store omuni na bia madaruma eno maso asene na phone in segment de bro tu betimi afre na free sabriko ya wodo adwenchira ba 508-304-9394 508-304-9394 maminsha course na se amfan free eye sameho from nkran yewi na akosunwan na afemu amodidi so na ba same apomte sen yama aha ana ajo Ghana. I think it's good evening in Ghana, right? 6 Anna, good afternoon.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Ajo Ghana. And yeah, something then na
5 p.m. Ajo they say we are still emphasize aha right evening
Ghana. Mami comment so the moment I say GP Ghana Premier League to see me no can Asante Kotoko as a Karela 2-1. Agyapong.
Inti we there. Inti akase has been switch na.
And Kaka has to book and Kaka has. legal citizen number draw. Now the question that continue. I can say I don't can.
Jakasa has been losing. Is a better top. Fabulous.
Yeah. In emergency, any that Brazilian import.
They say, sir, Brazil need boy will make it always. Yeah, Fabio Gama. Wow.
I collaborate with naturalized Ghana partner here. And come on, facilitating the naturalization and naturalized Ghana because the boy is too good.
Wow.
The boy is too good.
Okay,
now, Dr. Maxwell Antwi asema or the abakida na manutu area ne commentation no.
Enro na sem no.
Enro na sem no a very very important issue. Now say asema Dr. Nabeka say if the Ghana the Food and Drug Authority ever take atemwe honor to entire there will no be Ghana. So be yare to no ko to ka de no ma na amane yare obi yare no bo wa transfer no ko to unlike America unless the doctor prescribe amount and sana wa ko to no na de o tell you be me dia the bo wa transfer e bi o ko na e but how many people in Ghana, including your Nanamu Yamerawafi, and I said, I say, and for checking the expiring date, I will tell who can't kind of a or Brent on Oboda, the other Yaman Ghana. It's education, our low some who are Ghana is very poor. What I say, and I did know what the Agyapong. No one that said and say, I should put the girl, so it's almost penny me, what did you kata? It did not be the one for the outward. Yes, it's FDA approved. So, overcome the point and in donation, just like what the doctor is saying. Yemu yatia system yajuma. Okay, yatia the brother clear. And so Kokoton so I never papa. Mesa yabra Ghana. Oh, and so one can be needy and another cogia then but I didn't papa no to scalp and that is exactly what is killing Ghana. Oh, if you can remember the food and drug authority proposal, I buy the man and Yako Panate, or my take this issue honor and Kadabua for Ghana. The Puna, I kept up from the Kuja Canada upon some Alcano. Or the NDC, they are all people. The Canada upon a papa. The politicians of more Ghana, including your MPs and your ministers. So, for some can get credit at all. So, or the last before, so I tell you, Diana, or nobody, or questionable. But or the on your Pasua, even though you're the Pasua can tell no one party or can and that's all can hear NDC and that is one thing I like about Agyapong. It is the NDC don't you focus. Let me share quite a book. Ghana for your even peer to the sense. The better any party individual independent party outside and and I will go and your Hurukwane and your Maponi Kwana control. Because Kia Ghana. In the Tata for Yama, I didn't say. They both Bokoti and this in what entity. Yam independent party. No matter ruling Ghana because we are tired of this.
Okay.
And then they can go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Ghana Jina be Jinan Konenim Sami assertion no. As to whether say no Ukraine no Ukraine the referees are out there. 508-304-9394 508-304-9394 outside Ghana another plus one I share nimu bacho ma memfa wa number 995 no a etwato no na yenko hwan
Opom pacho wa unya Ibrahim Sinyan
Ibrahim pacho opom tisen
Opo alhamdulillah nani de wayedi ama pa because you say obi e hospital oxygen in so entine to Ghana na from my bone ya me from ni de aye papa na aka so me present any vice no me llama Ghana for. Also, and maybe MPP and NDC, only now bogus. I'm Pacho. And I found maybe MPP family and maybe they come and awesome. Maybe you bogus, because Almighty Three.
Oluma Kwajopoku we yere de phone him Kwajopoku mute phone we yere de mpacho
onya ina yentin kaza
kasa
duma de dia opo yeti Ghana hai yere ye kana Agyapong no ba no be two bomb na ndi before esro mun tin kana ko len tirano ni papa na opo de dia oye ni na papa no ni dia ni wa ni mani bebe opo udi ade mane ne ya mente ninki na wo ya anye ya mente a ya wo ya na yakwa ya wo ya no ayakwa onfa so bia ni ala ye no de bia na le kase ye sidan ye NDC ye sidan no aka ni mmoso na Ghana for no signal dia ma NDC na NDC agiri je dan no kana je pa ndege ni contract never ni na beki ni currency awe ni na beki bizo no yeni ya bogo se be da bogo anya no ka se NDC be da bi ni Ghana ti NDC anya wa na ni na mnoka sabi osi mpanyi ni na mo NDC ni na jini anya wa na kika na ni pa go we eti o ti kika sa we o to o nyana he anne wa ba no le ka jile se NDC ni na bogo se na obi ka se oni ne ya jini a na ta ni ba ko na o ka ro ni ya jini no o no ni ti ni se da di konta potian se o ka to ni ne ya jini ika ba ni atem bia no me asuto bia no di ba me
okay Ibrahim ya
that's it oni bia di mama no
yeah that's it
o ma bia
thank you very much Ibrahim Otamaso thank you okay yeah that's it thank you say kasa Otamaso na wa ma obi so ekwan no so ato aso ma me mfa menua be ma olumai ma yenti opom ti say wo wi ana titiko
opompa to me hoyo na ose
erade ado me hoyo ba
kede na me aso opoma mentia one wabaja foni na ande anyumre e Ghana e America opoma mentia me papa me sa dance of them authorities na mentia me papa chama ko dia we chama papa opo onobo kana Agyapong say both NDC and NPP so na bogus opo nya no correct ojina be di ka NPP so na ju omuni America sa abadi by and there mamenka so minister and the winning say students ni dia ma fine omuko di 39 days opo mo ba be di 91 days e wo fi eti party papa opo abadi that now ko na so 4 years obo 59 billion 459 billion botana oboye no oko asante region kwa o ma hospital e wo pomena oti hospital e wo aferi oti hospital e kuma se tepa oti hospital e wo asante de kwai oti hospital e wo kumawu oti hospital e wo e friend say e friend say pomena ansan wo ti keje tiaja oye ja kete o tapo oti de wa tonsu oti de wa sawase e kwan ahudo oyi no asante region plus e drug a wo tiye ewa Santa Regis any one nyama six from what I would ewa Santa Regis Bank of Ghana Hospital 620 bed hospital ewa East Legon original hospital which hospital na ko oye no 190 bed hospital ewa Fanko kwanya would oye Ghana e blocks I would see MPP abakwa from 1947 the thing the secondary school bakukwe no wa end before see ewa Ghana from 1947 the thing so over 160 billion less than 5 years over 160 billion over and this 4 years now and this 8 years now but 87 billion 8 years now this but 87 billion and people by less than 5 years
into point in saying The point is
the point is that your party young bogus are MPP.
Okay. That is your opinion.
The young bogus are MPP because you get the Muslim, you get the Papa. I'm going to buy your first Muslim boy, and you mind approach. You know, so you can say, you're the Muslim boy, a woman, and on the bar when 18 years got it now. I'm going to Catapin say, you take Catapin, anything, and Korea, I am complaining after me. Omu di dendeni kasapenti ene bedi akonyanti o ye na omu ye omu bobu si abwa ene na na kufa de na muye president ben what so betra Ghana konyanti a wo ko high play 1 hour be 15,000 pounds na na kufa de MPP edi so pe.
Okay, Olman, hold on. Yeah, Jinaso nipa ibre o echi Jinaso. I do to hold Jinaso.
Okay. Your problem, Sana, you the proper money. We challenge our MP to call us. Any MP for more America said, or we try a dear Bakupan and another down for Buffalo. Say, yes, secondary school, a year clinic, a year dear Bakupa, a clinic, and a coupon this year from scratch is not young Musa. The being of me, man, coverage, Professor Santa Regina, the Young International Airport, man, Katama, man,
oh, my, that's so time.
You 59 billion, less than 4 years. Every divide, you know much.
Thank you.
You bogus or million is for the one, a MPP are Go for high play fund and see you for man a bright for your water. Bogus party like MPP.
Titi Apom design.
Opo Yamiado, also.
Yamiado, my uncle, the next 2 minutes, you're there.
You, Opo, if I support what the ended caller said. So at the point, if we want the bogus people who are bogus or political party that is bogus is MPP. When they come to power, they do nothing. The only thing they do is the so-called social intervention. That's the thing they do. But when it comes to infrastructure, the infrastructure is where is the foundation of any social intervention. If you don't have the infrastructure and you say you are doing social intervention, it will never hold. That is why they are suffering with free SHS. So, FPP is the bogus political party in the country, not NDC. Let us look at the development of the country. Look at the infrastructure that the various political parties have put in place. Let us do the analysis. But for you guys are journalists. Let us do the analysis of all the presidents and see what they have done for the country when it comes to infrastructure. So if you come and we don't have the foundation for social intervention, but because you want to deceive Ghanaians, you know Ghanaians have the mindset of they like free stuff. So when we do free stuff, they will vote for us. So you bring in social intervention, and then what will support, what will make the social intervention to last, you don't have it. You are doing something that at the end of the day, you are destroying the future of the country, the future of the citizens. The young ones who are coming, they are the ones who suffer for your actions. So if the report is saying both FPP and NDC, they are both political parties, we should tell his political party FPP that they are the both.
Okay, thank you, Titi.
Can you mention 10 hospitals, 10 secondary schools, or any other infrastructure that would have been built by the president from FPP party? Tell me. But when we come to NDC, you can mention as many as you can. You will not be able to mention anything. But NDC, they have. Oh, my goodness.
Titi,
these are the political party we have in the country.
Yeah, that's it, Titi. Thank you very much. Kojobo Kumahala Bomb Design. Obiano no opinion, but I mean, I can't just be going back and mentioning infrastructures and we are here, but Ubi Ayabi. Kojobo Kumainjo. Kojobo Kutemen Gambacho. Kojobo Kumahala, Otemenka. Okay, Mbajawa number 54 854 and Hello, brother. How to find it? Okay, Kwajobo Kwaba. Kwajobo Mebacho Mainjo.
open some kind issue and then Yankopon Epena oil.
Na Yankopon da ben na nya de open oil.
Opo ena odi ena and then so na no adie pa. Na wa usha ewi ma si nanso and our Makumasa from Mobo. Amazamba and Assassin go Amakum Kumase Asante Protocol. And a Boma, any Carrera, Cotopatina 2-1. Wait as Sunday house for Omunai. Now, as my dear can say, ever was Mobo. I'm coming some so. No, back and a Japon, and that. And there's some bombing some, and there's some bombing some mamma back and a Japon. Wait, what says only one time will be unknown. And now some of a Pana Kano, NPC, bogus. When you have a Panobo, a common quadia. At the back of Panda, 110 party. Now, McGinnis and Kagana, the other two Abanaman against America's house. Papano Ghana, and you should do an actual general man conclude Ghana. NPC, I know she, never part, Nana, I don't go to Panobo, and that's why you know. And yes, I did. Anapano, Dibu, or Malcolm Ghana. If you ever pass an Agyapong, you're better than I see it for Lebono. I'm not saying, my own uncle do that in Uncle Castle. The review one who other go in bogus. On summer Ghana and Nante. For Paparia, Ghana and saying, I have been here for now. I am your 5 years, and I'm a year, but now no, I can be there. Anybody, I'm sorry, 24/7. Obo Papano, minim adiswadi manase bibi Yankopon e di akeno. Yankopon say yen ensa enya aduma no. Ensa enidi. Obo na de biye saso dem, de biye saso dem. Abobu ko bi akobia na anya hwe fa no. Oye wo to ma 5 minutes, 10 minutes. E do bu down say kanu be no yin ba. E di yo ensa enya aduma. Na ye mo yen se ya dem. Obo wo yire ana wo ku. Now no mamuchia anapa na muso na mo bompa mi gida no kwa no edu nyango po anim dan se o kwa ma so fune de o ya akwa ko bu 10 million 5 million no e die papa kene de da po ene Mensah mo kita no ko mani ati no wiye pa me mi kwa de o tene party a me gidi za me de matu ma ba na me campaign so ma no na edu so ma ntama de gidi za obenya yi na edu so na o ko na ya papa do tane so kan obo 30 seconds Opo housing year for na yanko. Oba dia di say no Ghana yare a. Health insurance e DBD. O de me kotodo. Opo kwa ado na afai kwa won show. Na no anse ade ma na no akọ no mo ba una sa ko fa yare fu so bia be no. Enti e bia pro na opo ado bia na o ma ja tu ni ni bi say why ado no o mo bia na o mo try e. E dia no mo de try. Opo Ghana do me e say ma ya wo mo so. Na nyama enye no. That's the Kadia Basabasa now, Mdo Mudobo, or Mr. Now, or my conclude Ghana, near to my Petra. But I get to America. Now, the America, I compare the opportunities to Amwa. When I'm in
very much. Kojopo Kumala, Mamin family school and Bacho. One number, Africa president on 54.
How do you file that?
Okay, how do you file that? How do you mind you?
Opo edi kan nimbo wa ba se ko pon shira pa nyo ka se tu ko mare ne de bia won sharin ba di pa ne mai Ghana en ko na nimpa do we en ka unity ya sa di ma se ni na ni wa ba de ko ni chen chama wa de ya no America woni ni bin ko ni college ni na opo NDC party en ne gogo the party I go was MPP because NDC party John Dramani Mahama yes when you leader one for play full and 1 hour 15,000 euro. Abra Ghana for you to our comedy. Abra Ghana for you to our businesses in Milaku. Abra Ghana for you to our insecurity. Abra Ghana as Rafa Bro, Muka Kadia Mugo Mugua, a Vinio, such a conference, Mamma at the park. NDC station, and I'm saying I was thinking about Bushna 59 billion noa. You see 14 nursing clinics no happen. 5 polyclinics no happen. Doma Central Market, Brokum Water Project, in Soko District Hospital, one chair meeting in Akidli Park. in Islamic Training College, in Inchira, Senior High School, Babia, Kumam, Yayanchira, in secondary school, in Tamal International Airport, Tamal Teaching Hospital, phase 1 and phase 2, Yana Tamal Central Market, Yana Bolgatanga Central Market, Yana Bolgatanga Regional Hospital, Yana Imam Senior High School, Ewa, Yana Regional Hospital, Yana Water Project, Yana Library, Ewa, the whole Ghana, Library, Super, Ewa, Yana American Power Badge, Car Power, Asibili, T1, T2, T3, Yana Senkofa, Yafia Tobugat, Sametri, the whole West Africa, Airport, Papadia, no, I say Sametri, the Mamma and Samadon, the number of people, less than 200 billion, Mina, with a good month for Juma, market required the economy of good, Mina, insecurity, Koso, Mina, women, Tigana, so they've been cleaning for money, direction, the party. The party on my Ghana and the international Ghana for any champion of coming 2024, inshallah. Mama NDC, and that's about the Ghana team question, the Ghana coordinator, Manuel Simidasi.
Yes, that's it. Me bacho, wow, number 41 there, why? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Ejamra.
Opo.
Ejamra design. Nami adum ya hu ya pa.
Eja go se ko dumo kan e sori to apa je ko ja tin e se ma de. To man te ma de nyagro ko fo nyagro.
Wow.
E sori to je pa fo nyagro. Nyagro. O ko dumo ko so se ja pe simbo wo wan ka. Ira se ta wo ni ti ja ka.
Oh, okay.
Oga oga. Ogo egwe no bi mbi. Yanta wa. Ogo na no krani no be to na Ghana na de ye to ma ma ko ye na ko to na ye no krani. Ogo e ha di papa. E ha jere. So ogo ko so te ko na no ma be tra ma o te ko akoto no. Ogo ko woni adolo de ku ho. E te to ma na no de ko ya. Ogo ko to ko o te do na ma ko no mu gra no. Especially at home. Now, don't take a lot of the Parapami by Germany. What's the common logical? Or the one of down. That's what I think. We need Yamanuko and one. And the number of showing Yanni tells Sonia. About why I put it over so much. I don't take your mouth. Oh, my Lord, you can't go. You know what we are done anything, and then you go. I have the papa. Na for the papa Mexico, na no ma kinsa ka kan dida e ma ko ma e so no dia ende e no me dia e nya ise kura o ko no ka ka da fa dem ne so e so ka na e ku pa e so ka no ko e so andi dini ne ba o no ba ro condemn so na di andi dini e sei na andi di so ba ro condemn that andi dini so dia e sei o ne da ta ba dini ne no o mo na o ma no enkoso. What about the anybody na ever go back abasoro na go ya do anya na go go the one you know and that practice me no na mo man ka na pa ye prepare ye papa so me no bia ba o bia fu onya ye ko ye wi a onyi no bia o ka se mo no be nyesa o ka se no go man ka na o bia ba so no de o se le ye na ma ho and then o de kata. And so, what are you doing? I'll you. And the doctor is in the men who claim, oh, my God, papa, I had the other. Take your 2 million and make a party, 2 million and you floor. I don't want to go back, yes. But we only know. I don't know. I don't know. Now, what come over next month? All my own confusion. I thought so. When you do this in here, I don't want to be a or February Nabagana. Who wants to be here? I don't want to be a Nabagana. Yeah, I'm putting for our side in alcohol. And that don't know my God and alcohol. I tell you, not say, and follow. And who's that? But you follow another person, which you do anymore. I do only anymore. Oh, yeah, they go all over the case this way. Generally, what they in another for the do another temple. Then you told me, another temple. Near Kukumia, near well, and you say, the thing I don't know, they never you were going to move floor. Now,
Adakojachi phone na ejemuso Jamra all the way from Adakojachi. Thank you very much. Bafo Israel sorry my into Bafo on your henkra German South ana.
German South.
My into.
Opo de wada Roma ma min so wade to yen say network din kino topics na ye me ka kan I don't know senka. Issues on but no be kinya man da kwa na me be so that.
We talked about Canada, Japan, saying MPP and NDC are bogus because the parties don't make us think of each other. We don't criticize in and out. Yes, I should I say Ghana and Zunru are de ban also 30%. Substandard and a BCA fake. And also see issue I share na Ghana Ayaboka 170 million from judgment debt from Ghana Power dealer Ghana abinding almost signing I think a court London Ayanko and also share and Ex-Menzgold customers and so ako Speaker of Parliament was on so more monumental to minka musika.
Okay. Mami chana minti for me na one person di mandi amugusa moye the boa Ghana. I would say the American one be judgment issue. Despite the fact to say ye Ghana for now ubiawo in this and not NPP. Every time we put aside the party colors, then we try to build a nation, and I think that is what we are all supposed to do. Now, if you look at judgment data, I just want to ask you. Like I was saying, I told you I represent the government in our uncle, and I ain't.
Yes, a married deal, energy deal. President Mahama signing here before few office, but MPP are buying no more terminate here. So the case has been pending in court for some time, and we were supposed to have gone there. And Yanko, and I almost say your friend is saying last minute near city India, yen to me a because of COVID in about one in common time, but then we exceeded time I think Yadeko and London Judge Butcher or Buama Ghana Power iPhone. It's $270 million.
Okay.
So Gloria Kufune started here. And a uniform bad now or Dami sons or Damino a deputy the he was already abreast with the issue.
Yeah. I would say if you look at it both NDC and NPP was agreement Papa I don't think Senka termination Yadanke Beba Amasa woman so can not play up Akoba. But at the end of the day, Yakoba Kalanda and 70 million. If I got my holiday, you should think about the Ghanaian space. Because that's we are 870 million. You're quite quickly as I judgment that to see. But it's not about the year, you continue out to be brave or the other why I would be brave or why yet. You see, I would do a month for how do I want to the one never be brave. Now you become $370 million maybe a company just because of negligence. And that's because of a Junobia was in Kubi and a 1 year, and that's a Junobia will be quiet and a 1 year for 20. Now, then I get taxpayers money I think that those things are not helping to, build the nation. But the best NDC for money on some of their deal ever be a politics because it began definitely. So, if we are going to incur that loss, I think that I was going forward, we need to put the case together so that yes,
yeah, Bafo, thank you very much. Menangaza also when you are agentation, so it becomes very difficult to opine. Raman. Hello, Raman.
Opponent now, champion commander of Airways, Commander 1.
Now they know to me, Kazana.
Opponent now, champion commander of Airways, Commander 1.
Me that's Raman, my into.
Namenka wati, mimi ano kanja sema chano wati.
Amanucho
Mani to me chawa ti ameka on bo ban.
Yeah, ba okoshe gabi o na anu na wakoye nioma bi ama wanya code ntintimi nkoi. Eno nkwane ne worry. Ntisa ade ankoye okay.
Oh, nka be mi ahon ka ori ndaka ma adura ma ya mama na ye.
Edi adura.
O kakadu ne tapre o wa o. Na wa noa o di siga so a obobo kakadu na no de petre ka kra biafra. No wa noa ehura ya se ya be no de lifting back account. Ono ma me sikira nko a ni number da ko do me da jira kura.
Okay, enti akakaduro ni de pepre.
Ai kakaduro ni pepre. Obobo kakaduro no so pa ta ya fina. Na udi siga so, udi so kakra no da siga so. Na de pepre ka kra. No one mo na kuria ani be ko te se lift ayi no. Lifting back up to. No sugar ka kra biafra na ta onum te se tinu.
Jonum no hot ana se ju ana ebia.
Onum no hot. Ata onum tinu.
Okay. Ye free ha na de wa kire Worcester for dro ye free ha manu chobe kwa kwa but say de wasi ama na dro de ani afa na odne ti ko wura pa.
Oh ni me to onum nle. Onum na jumre fi akina bia no o da o ka tara ama no ai wa dro de powerful.
Okay, yabe kwa try pepper ne akakadru na yamana hu na ode Lipton ba kwa fra no anom ne hot o pesi kira no de si kira kakregum se won pesi kira dia se emfa wan fa nguma nyahwe
ta okay etanu ku kuro bio
ekum dia
kuro bio wo ya mo de kunu
ekuro bio wo sisi mu abema untimi mo adwuma ye bie be kuno
le kadi bia wo ta ayi I've been patari na so te say o won bia no.
Wow. Ana de wabo amanucho eh wan tu ni code no nko ase ni sisim so ebe say kumkuro bia no wabo 2 in 1
sa o
na o wana checho Rama wana checho senro no.
Oh la ta de unim te Yema eda bad ya tati dawo. Ya bo match mata po ni na pi.
Obo match made.
Itapo ni na pi.
Ya te to azuma na oyi jawa se o de obeka kura de o chema nucho. To azuma yi.
Obo wa be chona mi tia ni tire do achefo ne omo ma chi ya yakopon ka omo ho. Ebe se opo judgment data ye kwa ko tua. She opo ende she wonyi wa Ghana for home she sofa Ghana for sofa she school for she yenyo kuma amuko school she Ghana bravo she yenyo no ma omo hu ba bia tebego ensure mu awure kura be ho me tani kwa ko bota ka we akwa ko check judgment that way it is one and ma judgment that way that is a Ghana for home opo aya rahu aya sesem Mira me tuwe nyanum fo. Ye leaders no mu dia nim no. Ye leaders no mu dia nim no. Omu kura ka hu ana man de. Omai no atwa fa akwa chire kura de. Omai no ye dressa. Ye leaders no mu nwae. Ye leaders no mu ba omafuru. Omu ba obusia fo kwa kira omu ba. Omu ba omu no obusia fo kwa na mafo head. And the Ghana je. And the Ghana press sofa Ghana. And no Pia is Ajani boy dinner. The Pia boy dinner. On my dream, see. If you are slowly dressed in a say, Omun Jimmy for Omun Jimmy Hokakra. I can't 20 cents and a dial Ghana and your Yamai. Ghana, I can't make to dress and by the Ghana, you may dress up a control by ya or more to my Ghana. Yeah, number one, you took my show Pia. Opo, and I can come Ghana. Your coffee, your mountain, your boat, your box size. You are then and not to do them cannot put a pressure of
Raman also to 2 dime now the day also to 2 dime now the day Shawa.
To 2 dime. Now the would have brought you now the interpretation. Acha 3 days are for the
oh, okay.
Ghana. So, yes, Nakopo, one boy saying, Yaman, you just know, you need a papa. You need a second, Nina, own wire. pen a doctor, leave a pen a doctor, and we are mobile. Yes, the girl, my little, or my little. Come, I tell man, that one for Yapia, what's a day for 2 or you know, Ebasana, and Moa, if you look at someone, or no more bubble. As I can have 4 80 parties in the when you not come, if you take my just in the people of my just that's not let me try and driving. Let us open up on come.
Nyamin Council, Abema Rahman, thank you very much for that wonderful contribution. Not only that, but you've given Manu Chusam a drew. So, JZ Manu Chukoye some concussion. Nana Bankuma a pumped saying. Is it a number no me ya chi unti me hu nine for na me hu say nana ba Nyame adom yeso ho ye mai ti nana
ogo ayi manisho aya omuka say me say ye election ayi campaign dia ni hodi
yeah
na but gonna ha maybe election class say campaign messages in clan other countries see after elections say even in America say a Democrat and I say Republicans say they all come together and they think about the nation. But the answer it's always if it's NPP, it's always NPP on the line. If it's NDC, it's always NDC. And see that mentality into a question. When you say, look at this judgment that I had already. Our economy is strained already. You're about with $170 million. You're covering most economy into first sky. You're covering here first sky. In fact, you're planning for their mama and sexy from papa. Because after they don't know what they are doing, or more opposition, they have all the brilliant ideas. In some they have all of it. They have solutions to every problem. Yet here, me a talk about more so brother not as a solution meaning lie. It's your way of anything. Hello, but
Nana Kasa will be a wall line.
Opposition, they have all the brilliant ideas. They have everything, solutions to everything. Not as ideas meaning now you refer to that medication in some you both and make it will surprise you. Some of the side effects, or some at least people have said grown for over 10 years and some that side effects in the body because medications or satisfy the first episode of that after that now now I started doing a side effects. Even the counter side effects and also cry your papa. Into psychiatry, what they say, patients recover fully. You need to buy medications every 2 weeks. Every month, you are spending more than 2,000 cedis on just medications. If you want your patient to be very well and then go back to society, then you have to be ready to spend over 2,000 Ghana cedis on medications alone. The salary is saying now with the 2,000 I medication amount.
Wow.
And see, they should get proper medications for them. Psychiatry is supposed to be free, but in Ghana, psychiatry is not free. Malaria, even common when a psychiatric patient gets malaria, the relatives have to get medications for them. Health insurance doesn't work for psychiatry in Ghana. So it's expensive. And because if your relative is a civil servant, after paying admission fee, after doing everything, every month you have to get medication. Such a person or civil servant or a civil servant, the person will have to resort to corruption. because we can
Ebimma.
And we also a year waste a means to get money to come and take care of the relatives. If you can't finish it, and now they are because the systems are not working. The institutions are not making the systems work. It's a bit strong. Omunye bibi fa homai. Opo masem kakra no area.
Enye kakra ya sem very laudable contribution and insightful one. Thank you very much, Nanaba. Nkumayecha Pantan Government Hospital for you now on crime. I hope your mommy is doing well. Send right now so mommy abesrao.
Yes. She's doing well.
She's enjoying her stay in Accra.
Yes. Oh. Unfortunately, me said I'm not here, but over the weekend I'll have enough time.
Yeah, Manin Philly coming to Accra, Unza.
Right.
Thank you very much. Yaya, you are next. To Asumani, you probably be our last caller because we're already in the 50s, about 150s. So brave because we tell Unity Radio. My uncle.
That's what you for. Sponsors and so on, Maya, so Yakabima, and my friend in Athens, you bet you mean. I'm there, any about our Casavi and Rapona Maso. The normal work grounds and our future. Yanum Binum, Yabasi and I say about the car, Binum Becase, Yadia politics. At one work grounds are all Chimusama, Ubia, the Etiana, Yahoo reality now. Our grounds no Ghana yes so far the camera. Opo me sha sem fi ba bia mo sha se fi judgment debt abano. Wo be bi sa se hemfa asa mama we na sha se fi energy sector and mama bi akoko so bla aba we say ba be take over omo your margin a contract bi a previous government has sign on be twetwa mu ne na asefo na emze omo echichemuna due diligence bianya de ama omo aboga makati obu media so go ni na e be bompa info any minister or energy sector ho o kwa ko ye cha anata ko cancel contract ni alase omo cancel ye no ayi for lawyers anasa omo jina mu amaka na fo no di na omo fo mo mfiri ha ye ni attorney general wa hanom ye ni lawyers akuku dan for ban we say mo metima gina mu na mo kofa foreign lawyers na the foreign company mo ko gina mu so mo defend ama aban no firstly o say you blame aban no wo honom opo contract no kra ama na basa no kra no wa charge ako former minister ye pamo no ene yes your trail letter say ye nye den ye ntwam enye based on their capacity charges so say there na so for based on performances. No more the money. At a mention, more the my say, like capacity charges there and another for, which is not true. And the other say I'm buying for Ghana for buying for no motor, so I'm the Ghana for Akuma A. Agro. Take a chichi the Abba and collect the form of Modu that is sorry. And the Tonkunya and Senator. And classrooms are more suffer from this situation. Yeah, the Saka we see about the two Ghana for so. You best paying for the Ghana for Akuma, any and that Diago. Send a mini Abanaka and paying for no banner mobile the Prakonyana or more solutions. Over to make a sat is all mobile, more the health in Bebra, but on Baba Diakonyana. That's not what you be. We say, observe an asset. And I said, you will deliver Edema Ghana for the best friend. I buy on the Hawaiian, Amagana, Eba the Boca, Yerga Badia, Yanko Ye, Yama, Samo Manuba, or said, or Masiakas, or by the investigation, or Mumra, or Monfay on any day. And yes, Managana, and Babiara, Yanso, Yahuanta, Yahuse, a Tefata Ghana, and I said, Tefata will be island. I am the Hayama Hakana, Sani, and the person should suffer. Any class at national Biana company, no, my ballon, my babies, Ghana for Yanko Duma Yasika class or the boy and home by not being my father, Paco, a quack with dinner. Opo, let the man obey here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thank you very much. Abusia, yeah, Brenna, so you to me for call it's just about 4 minutes to the top of the hour. A couple of announcements. Bako, yeni aba ohimane yeni baso memendawi ewo Armenia Cultural Center. Yabo hu dewura said ye munim no nanka yeno baso ewo 30 Anna Street. Baby amrante hini the program no, but because of reasons already made known to you, say ho no mso magana for any program or Inti, you know about him, had no other option than to change the venue. And they say, Yamaya Dum, Wanya, a year, a friend is saying, Armenia Cultural Center. Inti, she say, the same time, 7 o'clock, and the year starts here upon 1 p.m. And no dan Jensuswa, dress code, no, a black and red. And no, any dress code, ye black and red. Inti Shannon yenu abema John Adoya so eno hima eye eba ne maame ne da form nana ekua efriye agyeman ne din ti se me maame din because maame de ekua efriye ti ohima your mom it's my mom ti memenda ebeye na eye ukwada we have just about 2-3 days more na yeko akwakuja yenu aba ohima eye venue ni Armenian Hall 34 Boynton Street Cultural Center eho na yinyina yeko akuja no ti mama yensha no so yema yenu aba ohima any Asio John Ado nyina yako ti 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. dress code a black and red kwesi adane de o si ewia ye call lunch ewo India Center eno no ye ewia 2 p.m. ekopim anajo 10 p.m. ti dress code no kwesi adade de o si casual ti Sunday betumi address casual na waba Indian Center na obabididi sanso ena yenu abema papa eda ya wan sorry nyame yadma memenda ebeye ena ono so tenase aye SDA asori dan no ba bia omo edi omo dwumase ho no eho na ye no ekoso anwumre no nwotwe kopim ahomache dumienu 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. na wo kire se de tie eni se dress code no black and red inti any ohima de na the same day, but the good thing more any say assign the same dress code to the same day, the same dress code inti ufiha na ukwaha yenko ni yenko boy nuanuma omo ho aka na enye fefe because oyonko da no da so ho de meche no ka obi na okuja no asade ka wa obepese ba beja no ka obi nso a na wa akwa akuja no timoma yinkuja yinu aba Salome any assemblyman ewo SDA enwumre no na wotwekopim dumienu na yenu aba ohima so the same day ono so dia no ewo Armenia Cultural Center eno no 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. ti sene tie eno no asori enkai boy wo ho se ene enwumre True to Heaven Ministry asafo ewo Ghana ne nkrabata ewo Worcester the Bible nkyerɛkyerɛ watu ne din Truth to Heaven no de ebebro enwumre ebo no nsian pai mu kopem no twempai mu a 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. na yenu abema edu amankwa ene ye mame Lois edu ene ye sister Philomena ene de studies no ebebro etini a oka se ye mfanto odofo no anim se ose batafutu akenkan ne nkyerɛkyerɛ ho kosi se meba 1 Tim 4:13 enti se opese usua twere kronkron no na opese oye Kristo ni papa na otumi di nyame enhyehyɛ so na onni nipa enhyehyɛ so a gise osua nyame asem because en asofofo ni bebre asafo ni bebre ye gya nyame tumi ni nyame ahoɔden ni nyame nkyerɛkyerɛ guo na ye di nipa su ene nipa ahoɔden edi asafo nanim enti na nwumre 6:30 to 8:30 questions bi awo twere kronkron mu no hia ye papa edu amankwa ye mame Lois edu ene ye sister Philomena na ene omunsua na emwa questions bia obetumi abisa enye enwumre nkyerɛkyerɛ no 6:30 to 8:30 sanso ena apostolic visit Apostle General Sam Kranchankra enso eba Massachusetts na Royal House Chapel na etonsa everyway Open Heavens Convention 2021 na also for no na host pastor or Royal House Chapel Massachusetts James Sapon Kumankuma Pastor James Sapon Kumankuma na theme anabutaya da dwumadie no so no wase wato ne din Let It Rain let it rain ma nsuo ento July 22nd to July 25th anwumre 6:30 each session na Sunday yakwa sorry na Sunday na anwumre nso waye communion ede ama gidifo ebetumi aba nyina ope nkaibo we mu nkyeremu bia betumi afre sofo James Kwesi James Sapon kuma ewo 978 398 8963 978 398 8963 Reverend Sam Crunchy Ankra visit no so ho de enso eno no. With that said, na busuan ha na brebe mai kwan na enso dwumadi oso ma de brem no ye de aba wie nyame yad mo chena no pa ye no mo besan hia na de foforo de abrem ye de asra kese e de ma eye rich way auto school ono na ma ye de nkranhyesem e de ebrem ye motivational message anopa bia ye de ba no ono na so asene ma ye de brem na ne de a ma ye de brem no say your thoughts are seeds that you plant. Your thoughts near odwene odwene na the wo trim bia about your life, yourself and your family, everything no. Your thoughts are seeds that you plant into the obedua no eno na obetwa. If your thoughts makes you there na chese aduaba o de hye from there ubegugu sunsu na o ma nyini na aso aba papa na otumi atwa bi edi. So your thoughts are the seeds that you plant. Opani bi a friend said Dr. Wayne Dyer ono ena eka asasem no ena rich we ma yede bro ene ura danso adaruma oma yede weather report no bro dan auto repairs nso bo adwuma ye pa Mr. Danso yetene so na ya sorry say di kan no ene weather no emu be ye awia so ebebo saa ene anopa no mu ho no na partly cloudy and sunny. See, na partly cloudy, but from 4 p.m. Aircon, a wiano besan unity. See, so a wiane bo, but I say, clouds nakate wiane fa inti emogedegede, but if 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a sunny. It's temperature also, and they 4 warmer than yesterday, 74 maximum. And as I say, by Bobo and Ajo 11, I go down to 61. So that is how the weather also looks like. In case you just joined us, the mamono, a ura down so any down auto repairs at Daruma. Ena oma de brem agudi won sama ene ye de brem odwumadi ni so no big olu asamas trading super cleaning services as jamra dano ena afi local remover experts super cleaning services ena anochikrom restaurant o madaruma na ye kan agudi won sam no na euro 2021 euro 2020 no eguso a ekoso Spain na ne omumpo I was so much ansa no ma qualify omo agba wie CCA omo ahye Slovakia 5-0 to Spain a qualify and Sweden enso ahye Poland 3-2 CCA some few minutes ago na 2-2 Sweden ahye winning goal as CCA Poland Lewandowski Bayern Munich ngwa no wo ha utumi yanya doa na oba ha no wanya boafo ene ono nkwa ahye 2 goals but wanya boafo amani team no omo elusu enti by ochina no ye the groups ni nyina omo ma qualify any parents no edi ebebramo na mohu but then sports news no big Olu Beauty and Barbering Hair Salon see new arrivals aba betonta de papa mpabo papa new shirts ni nyina o see new arrivals aba as a mass trading say enam papa no ne fie ene ho bedigwa ebo no de da form and afi anochikrum restaurant and a super cleaning services and a maede sports bremo. Political discussions no was brought to you by Danko African Market ma fie ni ho bra na beto enyema wo Ghana na anu na the shedu do mo anwoden no said the Raman H manu twaduro ni bi no ni nyina benya bi Danko KM Raf Roofing Rashida Financial Service ikasam ntotoye na afi Dr. Kwame Amponsan oboa magana ma omuti Worcester ene omanya omo krom ni a wabesua de abeye doctor omo efan so omo primary doctor wo Venom Medical Center so wa ma omo house wate yetene so a ne asori Dr. Kwame Amponsan nyumeko 9 nso na bo amede amanyo sem pense mu bremu na ba se mutumi efrechere mu adwen eno no Nabiam Barbering Salon and Anochi Trading Nicole Store Adaruma midi edino opoku jemfi of course as usual the man with multiple legs, the man who can walk at the same time stand. Manucho, Magandi, Gaucho, Margarita, La Molina, Mempemi Wasem, Worcester, Massachusetts, Mongolia, Mongolia, Manovia. And then at the end, I'm casting the account. Elizato, the principal man. And so, Eba, Otene, Kanyami Adway, the movie shared Muko Peace 1043 near the Major News Bulletin, or the atoms after that. all our programs will be followed.